YouTube channel, KOVC Live. We got a doubleheader today, Valley City versus the Oak Grove Grovers. Sorry about having to get on here late, folks, because there was that issue at Valley City State University with the water breakage. They usually run one JV game over there, one JV game here at the Highliner Activity Center. They had to run both JV games over here, meaning it was split court. They got a barrier that drops down for that. Makes it impossible for them to pull the bleachers all the way out, so it's impossible for me to get all the way set up here. So if you're wondering about what was the delay or getting mad at me, don't get mad at me. Get mad at the faulty plumbing over at the college. But first game today, going to be a little inverted. Usually the girls kick things off. It's going to be the boys getting things started for us today. Valley City, well, to say their performance against Northern Cass was disappointing would be an understatement. The second half performance, you would say, was disappointing. They kept it close in the first half, but in that second half, just a lack of really anybody for the Highlanders to get going outside of Mike and Matson really caught up to him. Valley City now sitting at the bottom of the Region 1 standings at 0-3. Oak Grove sitting in third right now at 2-1 above Wapton, who's sitting at 2-2. So Grover's off to a halfway decent start this year. They still have plenty of athletes left over. They might be missing their leading scorer from last year, but they still have plenty of ability and talent out there, and this has always been a Grover team that seemingly has punched above its weight for a little bit. Kind of the big players to look out for. That's going to be the likes of Carter Koenig and Noah Meidinger. Meidinger, player that can definitely stretch the floor for Oak Grove, and if he really is able to get it going from the outside, that's going to be trouble for Valley City. What you want to see from the Highliners today is a lot more space, a lot more activity away from the ball. At times it was a lot of Mike and Matson running around trying to get open while everyone else kind of stood and watched the play unfurl. So got to be more active out there today for Valley City. So this has been our very brief Sanford Health pregame show. Before we head out today, let's take a look at some of the games that are going to be going around today. We got Wapton heading into Kindred, take on the top-ranked Vikings. Lisbon heading into Central Cass, take on the third-ranked Squirrels. Shiloh Christian, number 4, going to Newtown. Killdeer heading into Beulah for what is always a competitive matchup between those two. And Devils Lake looking to get back on the right track. They'll be taking on Daylax Burlington. And a reminder, we have the girls game coming up right after this one concludes. The Valley City girls still number 2 in the polls behind South Prairie Max. And given South Prairie Max's region, they're probably not going to have many opportunities to lose, but one of those could be today as they head into Turtle Mountain. Turtle Mountain's been a very good team this year. They were a bit of a surprise package, I would say, at the state tournament last year. Not much was expected of them, and even though they didn't make it into the Final Four, they were still very much a very physical, very competitive team. So you're going to be looking at that one, South Prairie Max, Turtle Mountain today. Then you got Oak Grove taking on Valley City, obviously. Dickinson Trinity against Hazen, always a battle for the top spot in Region 4. Then you got Wapton against Kindred. Wapton been a bit of a surprise package as well. You know, they lost Scout Woods. I think everyone was maybe a little doom and gloom, rain cloud over the head. But, I mean, they've been a feisty team. They've been competitive. Kindred still getting votes. You know they're talented. You know they got the leading scorer in the state coming back. So we got ourselves a pretty loaded day of basketball, and we'll try to keep you appraised of those scores as they go on. But for right now, we got to slide into a quick break as we get set for our national anthem and pregame introduction. Keep it right here on KOVC.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC. Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care. At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything.
Check out this week's hot winter deals at Lever's Foods. Kraft shredded or chunk cheese, $1.99 with coupon and flyer. Pillsbury toaster strudels or scrambles, $1.69 with coupon and flyer. Kellogg's cereals, $2.49 with coupon and flyer. Fresh Express chopped salad kits, just $3.29 each. And wholesome bone and assorted pork chops, only $1.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City. Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
The 2026 North Dakota Winter Show concert is coming in hot. Saturday, February 28th. Join I3G Media and the North Dakota Winter Show as we welcome Shane Prophet.
Long live country.
With special guests Jake Bush and Zach Thomas. This year, we move south to the South Exhibit Building at the North Dakota Winter Show Event Center in Valley City. Doors open at 5 p.m. and free transportation will be provided to and from the Winter Show, local hotels, and downtown Valley City. Early bird tickets are on sale now, only $30. For a limited time, get yours now. Head to newsdakota.com and click on the concert tab, but not for long. One night, one stage, 3 country powerhouses.
That's how it ought to be.
Shane Prophet, Jake Bush, Zach Thomas.
It must be the whiskey.
The 2026 North Dakota Winter Show Concert, February 28th, brought to you by I3G Media and the North Dakota Winter Show. Get your early bird tickets now at newsdakota.com.
And we are back here, everyone, as we get set for the opening tip between the Highliner boys and the Oak Grove Grovers. Jack Samuelson out there for the Highliners, along with Andrew Sikora, Micah Matson, Xander Thompson, and Jack Dieterle. Odd man out, or excuse me, Finn Doctor out there. The odd man out is going to be Andrew Sikora. Going to be Soper jumping for the Grovers. Noah Meininger, William Olson, Carter Koenig, and Pierce Thompson out there for Oak Grove. We're underway. Oak Grove wins the tip, and they're quickly down the floor and quickly put 2 points in. So a well-executed break there by the Grovers gives them a 2-0 lead. So Valley City looking to respond here. 7:40 to go here in quarter number 1. Ball passed off here to Xander Thompson. Thompson back in the starting lineup and is going to airball his first shot. A little too long there. Thompson 7 points off the bench for the Highliners in the loss to Northern Cass. Now the Grovers setting things up here. Going to start things up top to the hands of Meininger. Now back outside. Oak Grove taking their time here. Shot clock within 20 seconds, but a lob play run inside for Pierce Thompson, and he's got 2 points. Pierce on the alley-oop dunk, and that'll make it a quick 4-0 lead for Oak Grove. 4-0 lead for the Grovers as Valley City desperately needs to get off to a good start. Can't afford to be playing catch-up all day. Then Doctor from deep can't get it to drop. And the Grovers, well, once again, quickly move the ball down the floor. Using an inside attack to set up outside offense. Meininger going to crash his way inside. Throws an outlet pass to Pierce Thompson. Thompson hangs. Dieterle got a piece of it. Ball tipped nearly out of bounds, but it died right on the baseline. Grovers get it back. Three-pointer in the corner, and they knock it down. So Carter Koenig makes it a 7-0 lead for Oak Grove as the Grovers come out firing in the first minute and a half of this game. So for Valley City, again, they're going to have to figure out kind of where to go outside of Mike and Matson with the ball. Been their best scorer all year, but they need somebody else to get going, and that's a good sign for Valley City if Jack Dieterle could be that person. Lowers the shoulder, drives right through, and gets Valley City's first 2 points of the day. But the Grovers trying to get it right back. They hang, hit, and one. So stop the clock at 6:05, and another 2 points on the board. This time Ryder Soper gets it up and going. And the Grovers last year were a very heavy volume shooting team, I would say at times, that maybe shot themselves out of games. They've been much more of a controlled team in this one, going right after Valley City, attacking inside, and they have a much more vigorous spring in the step than what they had last year. So 10-2 lead for Oak Grove on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Mikan has the ball stripped from behind. The Grovers now running the floor. Soper trying to go all the way. Hit underneath, no foul call, and he took a hard tumble. Grovers can't put it back, and this will get poked out, and Soper's still a little slow to get up, and he'll make his way back. But Valley City very fortunately maybe not to get called for the foul there, as that was kind of a pretty sizable undercut. Just trying to get back and contest the shot. Sometimes that happens, but Valley City, again, fortunate not to get called for the foul there, so they still only trail by 8. Finn Doctor with the ball. Doctor kicks this one to Thompson. Thompson pitches it to Mike and Matson. Matson, a little dribble drive inside, hangs but can't hit just inside the free throw line. Now the Grovers, again, quickly down the floor. Another three ball on the way. No good. Rebound pulled down by Oak Grove, but Samuelson ends up stripping it away from behind for Valley City, and now Xander Thompson with the ball. Thompson, very aggressive shooter. He'll dump it inside to Dieterle. Dieterle has it swatted away. Oh, but they call it a block. So Pierce Thompson, 6'4", the largest player out there for the Grovers, a junior, and getting matched up on Dieterle, and Jack has been more aggressive in these kind of first 3 minutes than he was pretty much all against Northern Cass, and well, that is a good sign for him. But the foul shot is off the back rim and no good. 10-2, the lead here for Oak Grove. It's a little over 5 minutes left here in quarter number 1. Foul shot is up and out. So it's an 0-for-2 trip for Valley City. Score still at 10-2 for the Grovers. Soper, a little lob pass inside, but the lob too tall, and Valley City going the other way. Mike and Matson. Nice pass here to Xander Thompson, but Thompson clangs it off the back rim on the layup, but Valley City gets the second chance opportunity. Mike and Matson for a wide open three, but can't knock it down. As good of a look as Mikan's going to get all game, and the Grovers are right down the floor to put it in for 2 points once more. Carter Koenig going out here and just shooting the lights out right now. He's got 7. Then Doctor pumps on a 3. Good pass by Dieterle to go inside. Doctor drives, hit on the way up, no call. Now Koenig back down the floor, a little give and go all the way down there for 2 points, and William Olson going to put it in for 2 points and force Valley City to take their first time out. It is a runaway early on in quarter number 1. 14-12, or 14-2, the lead for Oak Grove. Back here after this break on KOVC. Yeah, folks, we'll keep it right here for now. For Valley City, kind of the one thing you're looking at them is that they're just, for last year, going back to my point about Oak Grove, is they were a team last year that really relied on getting up and down the floor, but they usually settled for quick threes, and these quick threes were sometimes the thing that would end up biting them in a way. And they would take so many quick shots that it would allow Valley City or other teams to kind of hang around in. And they were a team that could go on, kind of spurts. They could go on kind of a spurt. They could put up, maybe not 8, 9 points, in a 2-minute stretch, but they were never really a team that could just dominate you over the length of an entire quarter because of kind of the erraticness of kind of their style they played. Right now, though, they just look right now like a team that can be an absolute matchup nightmare for anybody, as they're really just flying up and down the floor right now. And if they can do that, this is going to be an awfully long day for Valley City. So Valley City will inbound the ball as they try to get something going here on offense. 4:20 left to go here in quarter number 1. They go inside to Dieterle. Dieterle gets double-teamed. Samuelson bobbles the pass. Going to have to go up here and hangs and hits. So Jack Samuelson will put it up and in for the Highliners. 14-4. Now a 2-pointer for the Grovers. They knock it in and get it to go. Everything going the way of Oak Grove right now as Ryder Soper got hit on the back, and just that little bit of contact is going to be Finn Doctor's second foul. And into the game will come Andrew Sikora, so it is a 16-4 lead for Oak Grove. Well, spun around in the hand, shot up, and that's in. So the end one converted here for Oak Grove. They take a 17-4 lead. Really impressed with the way Oak Grove's played right now. They played fast, they played aggressive, they get a steal, and Valley City will commit a foul after committing a turnover to stop a fast break. That'll be a foul on Andrew Sikora, and right now Valley City, they just can't match the speed right now of Oak Grove, who's just getting up and down the floor. Way faster than the Valley City defense can respond. Outside three for Carter Koenig, no good. They'll get a second chance opportunity, but Mike and Madsen steals away from behind. He'll go all the way and lay it in 4-2. A little relaxed going for that second chance opportunity. I believe that was William Olson, and just got his pocket picked from behind by Mike and Madsen off the long rebound. Now a quick 2 the other way, and Ryder Soper, I mean, it's just raining points and buckets right now for Oak Grove. 19 points, and we're not even at the 3-minute mark of quarter number 1. Samuelson pumps on a 3, and nearly has it stolen, as that one will get knocked out of bounds by the Grovers, 19-6. And seemingly everything the Grovers have thrown up, and it's not like they're throwing up prayers. They're throwing up good shots, but almost everything they've thrown up has gone in. Mikan kicks this one out to Sikora. High pass to Samuelson. He pulls it down. Samuelson tries to barge his way in. Shot blocked on the way up by the Grovers. That'll be Zach Winter, that got the block. Thompson inbounds it, finds Andrew Sikora at the top for a 3. That's off the back rim and no good. Now a quick transition 3 for the Grovers, and they knock it down again. Carter Koenig now with 10 points in the quarter. It's 22-6 for Oak Grove. That's absolutely running roughshod right now over Valley City. Mike and Madsen on the way up. Blocked down low on the way up, and it'll be out of bounds. Ball still belongs to Valley City, but this is just shock and awe right now if you're the Highliners. You knew Oak Grove was a team that could, put up points when they were hot, but, this is just on another level. Nice inbounds play for Jack Dieterle. Dieterle will bank it off the glass and put it in for 2 points. And Highliners, you got to find a way to control the last 2.5 minutes. Soper had a good look from the foul line, could not knock that one down. Now Mike and Madsen has to avoid a trap, backing his man down, looking to pass out, finds Dieterle, now over to Xander Compson, to Samuelson in the corner. Samuelson feigns on a pass, gives it to Dieterle. Dieterle trying to back his way inside, and a blocking foul is called, and they are going to say 2 shots coming up here for Dieterle. That's what you want Jack to do, and again, he's played more aggressively in this pretty much first quarter than what he had in the entire game against Northern Cass. Northern Cass, I think he took about 3 total shots. Had a great day rebounding the ball. Just don't know if it was the lack of scheming to get him the ball or lack of aggressiveness, whatever which way. But so right now, he's kind of been the most maybe prolific Highliner at scoring the ball right now. Foul shot is up and in, so he rattles home 2 for 2 at the stripe. And that'll make it 10 points for Valley City, 22-10. Soper gets the ball, kicks it right back to Koenig. Back to Soper, guarded tightly here by Samuelson. Down to 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Rovers trying to barge their way inside. Mikan got a hand on it. Shot not called, or the shot is going to be waved off. It was Olsen that had the ball knocked out of his hand, got it back. Valley City tried to strip it away again with, I believe, Xander Thompson. Thompson came across the arm of Olsen, and they're going to say that it was on the deck and not on the shot. So the Grovers get it once more. Soper dribbles to the foul line, now back outside here to Koenig. Good ball movement here for the Grovers to Winter. Now back to Soper, blocked by Samuelson, but it goes right to Winter. Winter gets it back. Sikora trying to play tight defense, will force a pass out. Ball just inside the arc here for the Grovers, running a little give and go. Now they'll kick it back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Koenig for 3, and he knocks it down. Another deep range bomb for Carter Koenig. He's got 3 3-pointers in this first quarter, and it's a 25-10 lead for Oak Grove. Mike and Matson tries to throw a pass into Dieterle. Got tipped. It'll be out of bounds, belonging to the Highliners. I mean, Carter Koenig right now is just a dangerous shooter. And Noah Meidinger, an excellent player in himself, but right now it's just been Carter Koenig taking things over, and Ryder Soper's also had himself a phenomenal start to the game as well. Xander Thompson dishes this one off in the corner here to Mike and Matson. Mike not afraid to pull up from out here, and he will. 3-pointer on the way. That one's going to rattle out. Now Meidinger bringing the ball up. He'll slow things down. Now go inside. Good movement, but can't finish. That one tipped out of bounds. It'll be off Xander Thompson in a duel there with Winter for the ball. And got the short end of the stick. James Chaffee coming in for Oak Grove. I believe Chaffee set to inbound the ball here. He'll give this one up top to Soper. Pass off the mark, but it bounces right to Winter. Samuelson throws a big paw at it, trying to knock it away, but went across the arm of Winter to do so. And that'll be a foul on Samuelson. Stop the clock here, 55.7 seconds. So 25-10, the lead right now for Oak Grove as they go to the stripe here. Winter's first foul shot is up and short. Clangs off the front of the rim. This has been a phenomenal start for Oak Grove and for Valley City. You're just trying to find a way to maybe get 2 quick buckets here at the end of the quarter and find a way to get yourself within 10. Winter misses both foul shots. That one off the back rim, so it misses short and then long. Now Mike and Matson with the ball, crossing his way in, hangs for 2, leaves it a bit short, but got fouled on the way up there. As Chaffee going to be the one that commits the foul. Third foul now on the Grovers, 5 called on Valley City. Mikan, 32 points in the loss to Northern Cass on Tuesday. That first foul shot going to be up and in. Mikan bouncing the ball at his feet here. Now puts this one up. It looks a bit short. It is, but it gets a kind roll off the front of the rim. A 2-for-2 trip for Mike and Matson, and Valley City within 13. About a 9-second differential between the shot and game clock. Winter working against Dieterle. Dieterle holding his ground, forces the miss, but Winter gets the rebound back. Ball did not hit rim, but the shot clock reset. And turnaround shot for Soper, and hangs and hits. So Soper got that one to drop. He's got 8. And it's now once again a 15-point advantage. Mike and Matson from the foul line takes a quick shot, leaves it short. Dieterle has it knocked out of his hand, but they're going to say it belongs to Oak Grove. So 27-12 in what's been a dominant first quarter from Oak Grove. So now with about 6 seconds left, they'll cross the timeline with 5. Soper hangs and hits again. Man, I've never seen a team shoot as well as the Grovers did in that first quarter. So at the end of 1, it's 29-12, and this could be a long afternoon for Valley City if the Grovers keep shooting it like this. We'll be back here after the break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOBC.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
29-12, the lead for Oak Grove over the Valley City Highliners, as it was just a master class of efficient shooting there for Oak Grove. Jackson Micheloni. Oh, no, excuse me. I thought that was Jackson Micheloni, but that's just going to be Aiden Zuger coming in. So Valley City right now is just in a place where they have a long, arduous road ahead of them trying to get back into this. And they're going to call the offensive foul on Samuelson. Samuelson knocked down his man the first time, got the block foul. This time knocks down another man and gets the charge call. And the referee adding extra emphasis on the charge call, calling it not once but twice. Dearly does not seem overly impressed with the call. Soper comes in, nice little outlet pass here to Winter. Back around the horn they go, little give and go. Winter in the corner for three, no good. Mike and Madsen going up for the rebound, pulls it down and has to fight off a man for it. That was going to be Chaffee, which is the man marking him. So Chaffee doing a good job holding off Mike and Madsen, forced the pass out here to Compson. Now back over to Dieterle. Back here to Compson, setting up for a three. That's going to be off to the mark, off to the side, and missing the mark. As that was Colin Compson looking for the shot. Long rebound here. Valley City comes up. No, had momentarily come up with it, but lost it in a scramble. Down the baseline, the Grovers go. Chaffee gets a good look from the wing for a three. No good. Dieterle pulls down the board. And now trying to clear space, and he'll give it over to Finn Doctor. Doctor brings it across the timeline unharassed. Now Mikan was looking to post up, and Chaffee going to commit the second foul on him. A new player coming in here off the bench here for Oak Grove. That's going to be Olsen coming in. Then Doctor set to inbound the ball. Goes right to Andrew Sikora. Sikora fights his way up, leaves it short, gets his own miss. Will kick it back out here to Colin Compson. Compson back with the ball. Trying to find a way to get it to Mike and Madsen and force it over in the corner. Mikan driving baseline. Hangs and doesn't hit. Valley City looking for a foul. They don't get it. Now down the floor for Oak Grove as they'll trip over their own feet. Ball out of bounds and ball off the Grovers. 6.5 to go here in the second quarter. We got a scoreless ball game so far. Oak Grove just put together one of the best shooting displays you will probably ever see at this level. In one quarter, putting up 29 points in the first frame. Then Doctor with the ball will give it over to Mike and Madsen. Mikan nearly lost a handle on it, drives his way inside, spins, hangs, does not hit, but I believe there was a foul called, and there is. So Mikan going to the stripe here for two shots. So second foul here on the Grovers. They're going to call that one on Pierce Thompson. That'll be his second as well. First foul shot for Mikan is going to be short and doesn't get the good roll that time. Oh, Mikan looking to get himself up to 5 points here. If he can knock this down, it's up and in. So good looking foul shot there for Mikan. And Valley City will take the first points here of this second quarter. It's all about going to be slowly working their way back in this. I'll say not necessarily a team that's going to get 16 points all back in one quarter. Long three on the way, no good. Ball gets rebounded. Grovers pull it down. They'll go for another quick three. They miss it again. Loose ball. Doctor comes up with it. Now Doctor running the other way. Doctor goes up, out on the way up, and he'll get two shots. So Valley City Gonna go to the stripe here for the second time this quarter. That'll be 3 team fouls now on the Grovers. Foul called on Noah Meininger. That'll be his first. So Doctor held scoreless in that first quarter. First shot here, though, is up and in. So Doctor knocks down his first foul shot. Valley City not shooting it bad at the stripe so far, as Dearly will come out, replaced by Samuelson. Foul shot is up off the back rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Meininger. Now it'll be the Grovers running the other way. Yeah, loose ball on the deck. Samuelson comes up with it. He'll roll it out to Thompson. Now back to Matson. Matson, a quick transition 3 off the back rim, no good. So Valley City, a couple good opportunities here from deep with Matson, has just not been able to convert on them. Well, Grove going to slow it down after putting up 29 points in the first quarter. Yet to dent the scoreboard so far here in quarter number 2. Noah Meininger lost the hand on the ball, goes right back out to Soper. Now back outside for the Grovers. A little shuffling around the perimeter. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ball got tipped out of bounds. It'll be off Valley City. Clock stops here at 5:03. Shot clock down to 7 seconds. Olsen set to inbound the ball here. Olsen quickly kicks this one up to Meininger. Meininger now back to Soper. Soper, tightly guarded by Andrew Sikora, hangs. That one spins out from the foul stripe. Mike and Madsen thought about a pull-up, now finds Andrew Sikora. Sikora with the up and under, can't finish. Samuelson scrapping for the ball, can't come up with it. Grovers quickly down the floor. Olsen, ball tipped away inside by Thompson. Ball on the deck to Sikora. Sikora able to get the ball, and now a reach-around foul called on the Grovers. That ball got tipped around about 5 different ways, and Sikora somehow able to get it to Samuelson, and now the Grovers are going to call the timeout, and Samuelson the one that drew that foul. So we'll be back here after this break. Quick 30, nope, going to be a full timeout here on KOBC.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Pierce Thompson just committed his 3rd foul, so that is 4 fouls on the Grovers here in the second quarter. So there's a way for Valley City to kind of work their way back into this game. It could be at the foul stripe. Mike and Matson with the ball here as we're down to 4.5 to go here in the second quarter. Highliners with a pair of free throws have gotten the only 2 points of this quarter. Pass into Samuelson. Samuelson trying to back his way in. Turnaround shot and up and in for Samuelson. So a couple buckets for Jack Samuelson, and that'll make the deficit 13. Soper trying to go inside for the layup, and this time finally gets it to drop. Soper has been in attack mode since the word go. He's got himself 12 points, all from inside attacks. Then Doctor on the outside trying to go in himself. Will kick this one out to Thompson. Now to Mike and Matson for 3 off the mark. Ball tipped out of bounds by the Grovers, I believe. And now they're going to say it's off Valley City, and now it's going to be Colin Thompson coming in, so he's in for Andrew Sikora. So the Grovers bringing the ball up here, up by 15. 3:45 to go here in quarter number 2. Soper gets another lane and hits again, and another and one opportunity. Ryder Soper has just been a man amongst boys today. Just driving inside, has been in attack mode, and Valley City just cannot stay in front of him right now. First foul called on Jack Samuelson, and the Grovers now looking They stretch it to 17, and they do so. 17-point lead, the largest of the day for Oak Grove as we get down to 3:40 to go, or 18, excuse me. 34-16. Grover's piling on here. Ball gets kicked out here to Colin Compson. He fakes a pass and will now take a three. That one's off the mark. Valley City just can't get anything going from deep. Grover's driving baseline again. Pass out. Good look for William Olson, and he'll finish in tight for two. Just quality chance after quality chance is being created right now by Oak Grove. Valley City cannot say the same. Quick shot taken by Mike and Matson. No good. Compson bats it away from himself. Now Chaffee pulls up, and that one misses off to the side. Might have been partially blocked. Oak Grove saves from going out of bounds, but Samuelson just misses the pass. Doctor and Soper scrambling for it, and somehow Doctor knocks it off Soper. That one might have been partially blocked. Samuelson trying to throw a deep outlet pass to Finn Doctor. It was off the mark, but Oak Grove couldn't corral it, and Finn Doctor, not giving up on the play, manages to give the ball back to Valley City. Samuelson, another turnaround shot off the back rim and in. So Jack Samuelson, a pair of buckets in the second quarter. Lead back down to 18 for the Oak Grove Grovers. Quick shot in close for Soper. Soper off the back rim, no good, but a fantastic play to keep it alive by Oak Grove. Now the ball is hitting the deck. Mikan looked like he had a steal, and Jim McDaniel looked like he was calling a timeout, couldn't get it. Arrow favors Oak Grove, and that one right there was just a missed opportunity for Valley City. They had the ball in their hands multiple times, but they just couldn't secure it. Now Soper beats his man off an inbounds play, and that'll be another 2 points for him off a mid-range jump shot. Grovers now push the lead up to 20, and what was a slow start for them is now being sort of an add-on period. Then Doctor gets it off a second chance opportunity, can't finish. Xander Compson throws up a wild hook shot. He can't get it to go. We're inside 2 minutes to go, and the Grovers lead by 20. Outside attack for three, and they knock it down. Carter Koenig has quickly become one of the premier shooters in Region 1. 41-18. Valley City right now is just in awe right now with the Grovers. Going inside for a quick floater, can't get it to go. Grovers get it right back, and down the floor they go. Quickly down the floor, and they get it to drop. Another 2 points for Soper. 43-18, and just an absolute runaway by Oak Grove. Mike and Matson trying to feed it inside to Samuelson, can't get to go. Good follow-up there by Colin Compson for 2 points. Now the City cracks 20. Now an inside attack again, and it's just nothing Valley City can do right now to stop Oak Grove. Olson found a sliver to cut through, and he knocks it down. Now Mike and Matson goes, can't get it to drop. Ball gets tipped out to Xander Compson. Xander able to finish off a second chance. 45-22. Now three-pointer on the way again, and another deep three knocked down by Carter Koenig. He's got 5 threes in this game. At some point, all you can do is just tip your hat to the young man. He is just burning Valley City from deep right now. 48-22, Mike and Matson with the dribble. So we get down to 22 seconds to go. Now Valley City holding the ball on the perimeter. They'll get this one out to Finn Doctor. Doctor, a little crossover move. Now tried to throw it inside to Samuelson, but got stolen away. Now Olson all by himself. Nearly overshoots the layup and gets it to drop. 50 points in the first half here. Mike and Matson going to get a contested three at the horn. Gets it to drop. A circus shot by Mike and Matson will cap off what was a rather arduous quarter for Valley City once more. They go into the half trailing 50-25, but Mike and Matson does end it off with a circus shot three. So we'll be back here after the break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangela, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything.
Check out this week's hot winter deals at Lever's Foods. Kraft shredded or chunk cheese, $1.99 with coupon and flyer. Pillsbury toaster strudels or scrambles, $1.69 with coupon and flyer. Kellogg cereals, $2.49 with coupon and flyer. Fresh Express chopped salad kits, just $3.29 each. And wholesome bone and assorted pork chops, only $1.99 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
The 2026 North Dakota Winter Show concert is coming in hot. Saturday, February 28th. Join I3G Media and the North Dakota Winter Show as we welcome Shane Prophet.
Long live country.
With special guests Jake Bush and Zach Thomas. This year, we move south to the South Exhibit Building at the North Dakota Winter Show Event Center in Valley City. Doors open at 5 p.m. and free transportation will be provided to and from the Winter Show, local hotels in downtown Valley City. Early bird tickets are on sale now, only $30. For a limited time, get yours now. Head to newsdakota.com and click on the concert tab, but not for long. One night, one stage, 3 country powerhouses.
That's how it ought to be.
Shane Prophet, Jake Bush, Zach Thomas.
It must be the whiskey.
The 2026 North Dakota Winter Show Concert, February 28th, brought to you by I3G Media and the North Dakota Winter Show. Get your early bird tickets now at newsdakota.com.
50-25, our halftime score. Oak Grove in front of Valley City, and it has just been a runaway on both ends. Valley City got outscored in the first quarter 29-12, then got outscored 21-13, and it's just the second quarter, Oak Grove didn't even start off shooting the ball well. It was just them once again just erupting for points, and if you're Valley City, you're just kind of looking on and being like, what do they do at this point? Because if they try to play tight up top, they can't stay in front of Ryder Soper, who's burned them for 19 points. And Carter Koenig has hit 5 3-pointers on the outside if they try to pack things in tight. It's just an athletic mismatch right now in the bluntest way that you can put it. I mean, Valley City, they're just getting beat. They're just getting beat down the floor. And right now the Grovers just have not made the mistake of missing. They've played extremely well defensively. Micah Matson really hasn't gotten loose for anything. And kind of the one thing that he knocked down, 1 3 he knocked down in the quarter was a circuit shot. It's kind of, if he hits it, he hits it. You're not going to change your game plan because of what Mike and Matson did at the end of the quarter. But if you're Valley City, you're looking on and you're just shaking your head because this was an Oak Grove team that you beat last year. And the theme of the games last year, they were all pretty much high scoring. There was a lack of defense between the two. Oak Grove has taken significant jumps on the defensive end from where they were last year. Seeing the emergence of a player like Ryder Soper is something that I don't think Valley City was necessarily anticipating. Carter Koenig, you knew that he was a really good shooter, but I don't think you were anticipating that he was going to drop 19 points on you in this first half, but that's exactly what he did. And it's just, you just look on and when I saw the result from a few days ago from when Oak Grove beat Wapton, I was kind of going like, Wapton's a little beat up. Maybe they just had an off day. No, this is a legitimately talented Oak Grove team. Like, you don't really get a look at some teams until you actually see them, but this is an Oak Grove team that, from what I have seen so far, they have been the best team Valley City has probably played this year next to Central Cass. And when Oak Grove eventually does play Central Cass, that will be a very interesting game to watch. I mean, Central Cass took them to overtime in the first time and won, and they don't play them until January 26th. But you look at kind of what it is for Oak Grove. They beat Maple River, beat Hillsboro, beat Lisbon, lost to Pelican, lost a couple games in Minnesota, beat Central, beat Northern, lost to Kindred. Everyone's probably going to lose to Kindred this year. And then Shiloh and then Wahpeton. So it is one of those games right now where I think Oak Grove is just that talented of a team right now. And if they can legit if they can, keep this type of momentum going, you're talking about another team that could be like the Central Cass of last year, where a team that might not have the most impressive record going in, but definitely a team that could be the one matchup that nobody wants to face. So it looks like that Oak Grove, when they're playing like this, is definitely a threat. But overall, I think we have ourselves a very, very interesting situation here. Oak Grove won that game against Central Cass in overtime, lost to Wahpeton, so that's why they're sitting at 2-1 right now in the region, or 2-2 in the region, I should say. But I mean, overall, Oak Grove has just played a phenomenal game in this one. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of this one kind of pans out. So I've just been there's not many words I can use other than very impressed with how Oak Grove has gone about their business today. So, and I was looking at the girls' results, actually. I apologize for that for Oak Grove. So a couple wins for them in Minnesota, followed up by a loss. They started off the year with a loss to 4 wins, then beat Northern Cass, lost to Kindred, beat Wahpeton 57-53, and then lost to Shiloh. So definitely looking at a team that, if they keep playing like this, is going to find themselves in the conversation for a top 5 spot. But I'm just really impressed with what I've seen out of Oak Grove in this one. For Valley City, you got to find something. At this point, you got to find something. This is either when you crumble or this is when you start turning things around. And the schedule you got coming up, it ain't going to be conducive to learning on the fly. So Valley City, they got to start figuring things out here. Even if they don't win this game, they can come back and just make it a more competitive affair in these last 2 quarters. That can maybe be enough to give them some confidence. But this has just been an absolute runaway from Oak Grove. 50-25, the Grovers lead. We'll be back here in a few minutes as we get set for quarter number 3 here on KOVC.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Django, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC. Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
50-25 in favor of Oak Grove as we get set to begin our third quarter play here on KOVC. Xander Compson inbounding the ball for Valley City. Mike and Matson, Finn Doctor, Jack Samuelson, and Jack Dieterle out there for the Highliners. For Oak Grove, they rode a fantastic half of shooting to this very sizable advantage. Now they're looking to keep things going as we are underway back in Valley City. Samuelson throws it into Dieterle. Dieterle gets double teamed. That one gets knocked out of Samuelson's hands. This one thrown out of bounds, and it'll be out of bounds off Valley City. And Dieterle immediately got double teamed and kind of had an arm wedged between his and the ball. If he would have actually spun the other way, he would have thrown the man off him and probably would have ended up drawing a foul, but kicked it away a little too soon. Rovers working this ball around the outside. Meidinger going to spot up for a 2. Leaves it short. Samuelson with the board. Mike and Matson back with the ball. He had 8 points in that first half to lead his team. Mikan goes inside off the back rim. No good. And these rims have been very unforgiving for Valley City today. No kind rolls really to speak of for Valley City. Meanwhile, almost everything the Grovers have hit has touched nothing but net. They have not really needed any soft rims. Another good look for Koenig for deep. That one's going to be off the mark as Samuelson's going to pull down the board. And a minute gone here in quarter number 3. Still a 50-25 lead on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard for the Grovers. Doctor back here to Compson. Compson trying to back his way in. He'll pass this one out over to Mike and Matson. Matson going to spot up for a deep 3. That one off the backboard, no good. Long rebound controlled here by Olsen. Olsen lobs it up ahead to Pierce Thompson, and Thompson will get the scoring started. Nice outlet pass there from Olsen. Hit his man in stride, and that'll make it a 27-point lead as Finn Doctor goes in. Doctor tried to draw a block, couldn't do so. Samuelson gets the offensive miss, puts it back, and will draw the foul himself. No, Meidinger, that's going to be his second foul, so both teams... Valley City has yet to commit a foul. The Grovers will be charged for their first in this quarter. First foul shot for Samuelson is up and in. Samuelson, not a bad quarter for him, or not a bad half for him in that first frame. Had 6 points in the first half. Now he's got 7. Next shot is up and in, so a 2-for-2 trip for Jack Samuelson. And quickly back down the floor go the Grovers. Now floater by Soper. That's going to rattle out. Xander Compson with the board. Compson bringing it up. Hand this one off the Doctor. Doctor between the legs, thought about the three, gives it back to Dieterle. Dieterle backing his way inside. Good move and finishes in tight. So Jack Dieterle with 6 points. Now quick three for the Grovers, no good. Long rebound goes to Pierce Thompson into William Olson. Olson backing down Samuelson, in close shot, missed. Dieterle looked like he might have stepped out of bounds getting that rebound, no call. Doctor quickly down the floor will get it to drop. Might have just been my angle, but it looked like the back of Dieterle's shoe was perilously close to going out of bounds. It might have just been my view, but that 3 points was almost not. Valley City within 20. As we're down to 5.5 to go here in the third quarter. But Thompson gets loose for deep, but can't hit it. Grovers are playing a little faster than they need to right now. And Valley City has responded by kind of getting themselves back into this one. At least back into the quarter. Doctor alone in the corner. He's going to take another three, and he knocks it down. So Finn Doctor back-to-back threes. Valley City now within 17. Down by 25, you need one big quarter to get you back into it. And right now, Valley City, at least to the halfway point, is starting to put it together. And another quick miss here by the Grovers. That Dieterle nearly had that one poked away, but able to get it to Finn Doctor. Doctor will bring this one up for Valley City as we get down to 4.5 to go here in quarter number 3. Doctor back to Mike and Matson. And they're going to call a grab on the Grovers. And Oak Grove going to call a 30-second timeout. So Oak Grove calls a timeout. Valley City within 17 back here after the break here on KOVC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
52-35, Valley City starting to chop away at this deficit. They were down 25 at the half. Finder Oak Grove, though, got out to a slow start in the second quarter before really storming away at the end there. Valley City got to know that. But they also know that with the way things are going right now, this might be their best chance. Dieterle from mid-range can't get it to go, and Soper pulls down the board. So the Grovers in desperate need of some offense. Meininger inside will kick out for a three, and that one's no good by Koenig. So Koenig off to a bit of a slow start here in this third quarter. Matson hands this one off to Finn Doctor. Doctor nearly has it lost, and will get it right back. Goes down the middle, got fouled on the way in. That'll be the third foul called on the Grovers. That'll be the fourth foul on Pierce Thompson, and they're going to leave Thompson out there for now. Doctor looking for someone to inbound to. Finds Samuelson, now back to Doctor in the corner for a three and knocks it down again. Then Doctor 9 points in the quarter. And it's pulled Valley City within 14. Soper goes inside from the free throw line. No good. Samuelson unable to get the board. Scrap breaking out. Thompson got shoved up from behind. No call. Now the ball belongs back to the Grovers here. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Good move there by Soper to get inside. Dieterle fouled him from behind to prevent the two. But Soper's going to get 2 shots here at the stripe. Valley City with those 3-pointers are starting to bring themselves back into this game. Again, they've got to be able to finish here in this quarter. Foul shot for the Grovers. Soper's rattles out. So Soper and Koenig, after each scoring 19 in the first half, have yet to dent the scoreboard here in quarter number 3. Samuelson coming out of the game, replaced by Andrew Sikora. Dieterle with 3 fouls after that one. Next shot is up, and that one will rattle home. So a 1-for-2 trip. Soper now with 20. 53-38. Mike and Matson, a little hesitation move. Goes inside, back rim, no good. Tried to just drop it in the bucket, didn't use the glass, and paid for it. Now the Grovers quickly down the other end. Dieterle with the board. Now in a tight nest of Grovers and able to get the ball out. Now Thompson for a quick transition three. No good. And now down the floor goes Oak Grove. Finn Doctor will get nabbed for a reach-in foul, and that'll stop the clock at 3:02. You like Xander being aggressive, but at the same time, he had a lot of room to drive down inside. And you don't want to say a player hasn't earned the right to take that shot, but you'd like Thompson to be a little bit more conservative in his shot selection as Soper responds with a bomb of his own as he finally might start getting things going here for the Grovers. They're back in front by 18. Mike and Madsen hands this one off to Finn Doctor. Doctor's had the hot hand off the backboard and in. Finn Doctor with 11 points in the quarter. Valley City within 16 again. 2:35 to go here in the third quarter. Valley City was in desperate need of a quarter like this, and they're getting out to a decent start, but the defense has to prevent from Oak Grove from putting more distance between them. Dieterle goes up and gets the board, now able to rip the ball free. Doctor now bringing the ball up here for the Highliners, being guarded by Chaffee. Now back over to Mike and Madsen. Mikan up and under, hangs from the foul stripe, leaves it short. Might have pulled up there a little too soon. Now with 2 minutes, the Grover's going to give it to Soper. Soper kicks this one out to Koenig. Now back to Soper for a three, and he knocks it down. Valley City has left him open twice from deep, and he's made them pay both times. And that's what I'm talking about defensively. You can play as well as you have in this quarter. At the end, it's not going to matter if you allow Oak Grove to just kind of ruin everything that you've done. That's going to be a reach-in foul on Oak Grove. That'll be their fourth foul. Call it on Carter Koenig, his first. Colin Thompson getting set to check in for Valley City. And Valley City now going to put both of the Thompsons into the game, along with Finn Doctor, Mike and Madsen, and Andrew Sikora. So a smaller lineup out there for Valley City. Doctor tried to throw a pass inside to Mike and Madsen, but had stolen away. Now back down the floor goes Oak Grove. Soper inside, loose ball, just sticks to him like a magnet, and he puts it up and in, and just like that, it's a 21-point game again. It was as close as 14, but again, when your defense can't get stopped, you're not going to complete many comebacks. Good little stop and go there from Mike and Madsen, gets his first points of the quarter inside, and that'll make it a 19-point game. Winter down the floor. Gives it to Meidinger. Meidinger uncontested to the rim, and he's got his first points of the game. 63-42. Mikan thought about a quick three. Now gives it back to Finn Doctor. Now over to Compson. And Compson will knock down a mid-range two. And Jim McDaniel will call a timeout. Valley City within 19. I mean, this is how you want them to play, but the problem is they put themselves in such a hole that even a good quarter like they're having is not going to do much damage. So Valley City trailing by 19 as they take the timeout. We'll be back here right after this break.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything.
Check out this week's hot winter deals at Lever's Foods. Kraft shredded or chunk cheese, $1.99 with coupon and flyer. Pillsbury toaster strudels or scrambles, $1.69 with coupon and flyer. Kellogg's cereals, $2.49 with coupon and flyer. Fresh Express chopped salad kits, just $3.29 each. And wholesome bone and assorted pork chops, only $1.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
63-44 in favor of Oak Grove. Oak Grove needs someone to inbound the ball. Now they need someone to get the ball. And Valley City might have missed an opportunity there to maybe try to force a steal, but Grovers, be surprised if they work quickly. Now Soper going in, gives it into Winter. Winter gets double teamed. Sikora forces a jump ball, and well, the Grovers will have it, and if you're Valley City, you're actually kind of happy that you force that. Shot clock doesn't reset, but the arrow will flip over to you, which means you will get the ball to start out the fourth quarter, barring another jump ball, of course. Now it's just all about kind of getting a stop. Inside for Winter. Winter just muscles his man out of the way, puts it up and in for 2 points. Mike and Madsen bringing the ball up here for Valley City, trying to go up and under. And the Grovers able to rip it free. They can hold for the final shot if they elect to do so. They're up by 21, but they get a look right inside to Winter, and Winter bulldozes his way in for 2 points. So in a quarter where Valley City was the better team for all but about 7 minutes. And these last few moments have been what's going to prevent this from being a great quarter, which could get them back into it. Long pass knocked off the mark, and Valley City will go into the third quarter trailing by 21. So Valley City outscores Oak Grove in the quarter, but again, the defense prevents the quarter from being the type of great quarter they needed to get back into this one. So Highliners going to the fourth, trailing by 21 back after the break on KOBC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
The 2026 North Dakota Winter Show concert is coming in hot. Saturday, February 28th. Join I3G Media and the North Dakota Winter Show as we welcome Shane Prophet.
Long live country.
With special guests Jake Bush and Zach Thomas. This year, we move south to the South Exhibit Building at the North Dakota Winter Show Event Center in Valley City. Doors open at 5 p.m. and free transportation will be provided to and from the Winter Show, local hotels, and downtown Valley City. Early bird tickets are on sale now, only $30 for a limited time. Get yours now. Head to News Dakota.
46-67, Valley City trails the Oak Grove Grovers. Xander Thompson takes a quick three, and he'll knock it down. So Xander Thompson, 5 points in this second half. Valley City within 18, but going back to the point I was trying to make, you got to have one big quarter to get you back in from, when you're trailing by such a big deficit in the second half. And Valley City had it down to as close as, 13 points or so, but when the defense collapses, it allows Oak Grove, even though they get outscored in the quarter, to build some momentum. And now they're still very much in the driver's seat instead of having maybe some more pressure put on them. They'll take a deep three. That'll be knocked out of play by Samuelson. He just overran the rebound, stuck out his hand, trying to corral it with the one hand, and just tips it out of bounds. And that's just a giveaway that you can't really afford to have. Doesn't go in the books as a turnover, but certainly a missed opportunity there for Valley City. A little pump fake here for the Grovers as they'll rotate this back around here to Chaffee. Now over here to Soper. Soper been the main catalyst in this game for Oak Grove. Back to the corner they go as we get down to 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. Valley City trailing by 18 on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Winter in tight, bangs his way inside, takes the bump, the harm, and the foul, and the bucket, just the boot as he was pretty much AWOL from the entire first half, and now he's come through. I mean, without his 6 points, you're looking at a score that would have been more hotly contested, and he's kind of single-handedly almost put the nail in the Valley City coffin. Soper's scoring right now, but you can kind of live with only one guy scoring. Mike and Matson pulls up for two, can't get it to drop, but what Winter's done right now is just single-handedly kind of denying Valley City the opportunity to build any momentum with his physical play. Soper down the baseline, passes one in the Winter. Winter gets loose again, and he'll put it up and in again for 2 points. Soper, 8 points, all in the second half. Mike and Madsen gets tripped. That'll be called a foul. That'll be the first foul called on Oak Grove in this fourth quarter. 6.5 minutes to go. But just going to be another disappointing day for the Highliner basketball team. And it was one bad quarter of basketball. And sometimes that's all it takes. Xander Thompson drove in uncontrolled, couldn't get it to go. Dieterle trying to get the rebound, but tips it out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock at 6:20 and give the ball back here to the Grovers. I don't think there's this much difference between these two teams when they're both playing their A game, but right now this has just been a runaway. Winter missed an in-close shot. It was a gimme. And now it's Valley City opportunity to go the other way. They throw it to Dieterle. Dieterle, little push from behind. Doesn't matter. He finishes in tight. So Dieterle with 8 points. Valley City now back to a 21-point deficit. Zuger passes this one around the horn. Now we're to Chaffee. Chaffee pops it in the corner. Now back to Zuger on the wing. Grover's trying to set up an attack. They'll go to Winter in the corner. He'll pop a three and knocks it down, man. It's so frustrating sometimes when you're on the other end of this, is that you see a guy that wasn't even really featured in the offense at all just take things over in the second half. Mike able to shake free, and they'll drop it in for 2 points on a mid-range jump shot. But you're going up against someone in Winter that just was a non-factor in the first half, the polite way to put it. And he's just taking over the second half. Without him, this would be a much more competitive game, and Winter scores again. Right now, he's just dominating right now on the back end of the pick and roll. He's setting picks and rolling to the basket, and right now he's just making everything in tight, and Valley City just doesn't have an answer to it. So 77-53. Has this just been a two-man performance? Winter again from deep. Oh, my goodness. All right. He knocks down another three. This is just hand in his face, wide open, doesn't matter. He's making it, and Mike he just kind of clumsily turns that one over and will commit a foul. That's just – you hear me say this a lot. It is what it is sometimes, and that's just kind of what it is with Zachary Winter right now. Valley City will call a timeout, but Zachary Winter, he's got 16 points all in the second half, and Valley City is just going to come up short in this one. 80-53, back after the break.
Dakota.com and click on the concert tab, but not for long. One night, one stage, 3 country powerhouses.
That's how it ought to be.
Shane Prophet, Jake Bush, Zach Thomas.
It must be the whiskey.
The 2026 North Dakota Winter Show Concert, February 28th, brought to you by i3G Media and the North Dakota Winter Show. Get your early bird tickets now at newsdakota.com.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
80-53, and it is just, it's just Zachary Winter's world in this second half, and I think all of us are just living in it. The kid's got 16 points, didn't score a peep in the first half. It's not like he was even trying to score in the first half, but he's woken up with a vengeance in this one. Now a quick pass here, gets lost. Grover's turn it over. Now Mike and Matson going the other way. Mike finishes, and will get himself 6 points in this second half. 80-55. Now the Grovers bringing the ball up here slowly. They'll rotate this one out to Chaffee. Looks like some substitutes now out there for Oak Grove in this game well in hand. Chaffee going to back this one to the outside. Over to Will Ness. Now over to Makivia. Soper going to take a step back. Finn Doctor hand right in his face. Does not matter. It's just, you got guys that are just making high degree of difficulty shots. That's not bad defense by Finn Doctor. It's just better offense. Dieterle barges his way inside. Good kick out here to set up Mikan for three and knocks it down. Mike and Matson, 9 points in the half. He's got himself 17. But it's just a little, far too little and too late. Oak Grove just, again, they had that massive first half where they just buried Valley City, and Highliners been more competitive over these last 3 quarters, but can't start out like you did and expect to win. Highliners force a miss here. Samuelson gets himself trapped, and now it'll be a bucket going the other way. It's just a misread there by Samuelson. It's not a ball handling big by any stretch of the imagination, but he just kind of clumsily dribbled it right into the corner, and Oak Grove just swarmed on him for a press and a trap that resulted in a point the other way. Dieterle rises up from the free throw line, can't get it to go. Soper brings it down, 84-58, 2:20 to go, and a quick substitution timeout. So we're looking at Jim McDaniel real quick, I think asking whether or not he wanted to take the 30-second timeout because it gets spent as a timeout by Oak Grove. But I think they were asking head coach Jim McDaniel for Valley City whether or not he wanted to take the full 30 seconds, and I believe he shook his head no. So the Grovers going to finish things off here with the substitutes. This one kicked out here over to Brady Johnson. Now Micaiah hands this one off as they try to barge their way in. And they'll hang and hit. That one's going to be Gavin Kramer. So Kramer makes this a nearly 30-point lead. Mike and Matson, quick turnaround shot, no good. Dieterle unable to get to it. Micaiah picks up his dribble. Now will hand this one off. Quick give and go between him and Jackson Micheloni. And another substitution timeout here for Oak Grove. Now it'll be Colin Compson coming in to replace Jack Samuelson for Valley City as well. Minute 39 to go here in the ball game. So Oak Grove going to pick up another win. This one a corner three, shot no good, but the long rebound goes here to the Grovers. Sikora, though, pulls down a steal. Back here over to Finn Doctor. Doctor going to pull up from deep, and he knocks down another one. 4 3-pointers in the second half for Finn Doctor. The aggressiveness he played with in that third quarter is really what you want to see from him the rest of the way. He can be as good of a shooter as Mikan is, but he's just got to have the confidence in himself to take those shots. Grovers let another shot in close, and that'll push the margin back up here to 27. Mikan thought about a three, kicks over to Sikora on the baseline. Sikora lost the handle on it, back to Finn. Finn will pop open for another three, leaves it short. Rebound out of bounds, and they'll stop the clock at 45 seconds. So the Grovers have time for one more offensive possession. 61 points put up by Valley City, but the Grovers just were a team on a mission today. 88 points, a chance to break into the 90s. Johnson for deep, that'll hit off the back rim. Samuelson fighting for the board, being accosted by the backups here for Oak Grove, and a foul called on the Grovers. That'll be their second. The 26.5 seconds to go here. Mikan set to inbound the ball as the shot clock will be turned off with it resetting. So Finn Doctor brings the ball across the timeline here, and don't know whether or not Valley City is going to run any more offense, and it looks like that from the looks of it. They are just going to dribble the rest of this clock out, so it's going to be an 88-61 win for the Oak Grove Grovers. Valley City, they showed some fight in that third quarter, but defense never allowed them to get closer than 13 points. Grovers just kept pulling away, and a terrific second-half performance by Zachary Winter, along with the stellar performance by Ryder Soper, just buried Valley City. Also, can't forget about the 19 first-half points that were put up by Carter Koenig. So just a rough one for Valley City today. They lose 88-61. We'll be back here in a little bit when it's time for the start of our girls game. For those listening on KOBC, we got some more great music coming up. We got some Tracy Lawrence. For those listening over on KOBC Live, we'll be back here in about 15 minutes or so. The Highliner Activity Center on the campus of Valley City High School. It is, well, our second game today. Highliners trying to split the doubleheader today with the Oak Grove Grovers. Grovers took the boys' game convincingly by a final score of 88-61. Now it's time for the second-ranked Valley City girls to see if they can keep up their impressive start to the season. Their one-loss scores coming to Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion. But ever since that loss, they've been playing some pretty stellar basketball, and this is a region in Region 1 that maybe has been a bit more spread out than I thought. I kind of thought it was going to be a bit of a runaway this year between Valley City and Kindred, kind of see, who is going to be, taking on that top spot. But Wapton, they're on a 3-game win streak right now. They've beaten Central, Northern Cass, and Oak Grove. Kindred still up there as well, but with that loss to Valley City, still very much in the range of a team like Wapton. Central Cass kind of got out to a bit of a hot start, getting off to a 3-1 start, but they've lost their 4 of their last 5 games. Thompson, Oak Grove, Wapton, Valley City. Sprinkled in a win there was Northwestern South Dakota. Oak Grove, a team that they've kind of always been there. They've never been the worst team in the region, but they've never kind of stepped up to kind of that next level. But they've had themselves a good run. Wins against Maple River, HCV, Lisbon, split their games up in Minnesota, beat Central Cass in overtime, beat Northern Cass, lost against Kindred. They've lost to Shiloh and then lost to Wapton. Northern Cass, a team that it's been a growing pains without Hayden Crockett, and the results show they're the ones at the bottom right now, and Lisbon at the bottom as well. So the bottom's kind of Northern Cass and Lisbon firmly, but then you got this kind of big jumble of teams with Wapton, Central, and Oak Grove all duking it out perhaps for that third spot. Valley and Kindred still probably the best teams in this region, but definitely a bit more competitive in the middle than I thought that we were going to see. But Valley City coming in off of an impressive performance against Northern Cass, 69-44. Again, Valley City had a 30-point lead going into the fourth quarter and pulled their starters. So scoreboard got a little tightened up for a little bit, but overall still a pretty dominant performance by them. Oak Grove, a team that going to try to be snapping this 3-game losing streak. Look at the best team they've probably gotten a win over was Central Cass. That was at a 7-point win in overtime, but you take a look at the step up in competition against Kindred. It was 74-48 against Shiloh. That was a bit closer, 56-47, but against Wapton that was a 22-point shellacking, losing 70-48. So against higher level competition, Oak Grove has not quite been able to put it together. Highliners kind of just, again, they know they're going to get everyone's best shot this year, and it's just all about kind of putting one foot in front of the other and not letting any distractions get to you. As well, a nice balanced performance by them last time. 4 different players reaching double figures. See if they need to go with that kind of philosophy again. So a large capacity crowd here at the Highliner Activity Center over on the side facing the bleachers for Valley City. A lot of people coming in today with this doubleheader. So should hopefully be in for another good performance today by the Highliner girls. They got themselves quite the stretch of games coming up. They got this one against Oak Grove. Then they have Thompson on tomorrow. Then they have Rugby on Saturday. So 3 games in 3 days, and very much so going to be important for Valley City to kind of make this one, maybe not a relatively quick affair, but definitely prevent this from being a long, drawn-out grind and have something left in the tank for a Thompson team that is definitely going to be looking to want to make a point after beating them in the state finals last year. So we got Valley City taking on Oak Grove coming up here in just a little bit right after this break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOBC.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything.
Check out this week's hot winter deals at Lever's Foods. Kraft shredded or chunk cheese, $1.99 with coupon and flyer. Pillsbury toaster strudels or scrambles, $1.69 with coupon and flyer. Kellogg's cereals, $2.49 with coupon and flyer. Fresh Express chopped salad kits, just $3.29 each. And wholesome bone and assorted pork chops, only $1.99 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
And the pregame introductions have been taken care of, and we are getting set to get underway here in Valley City. Harper Brunsvold, Sophia Geiger, McCall Johnson, Peyton Hansen, and Carolyn DeYoung making up the starters for Oak Grove, for Valley City. It's the same 5 we've grown accustomed to. Mandy Freeze, Dakota Potrats, Katie Koka, Katie Burchell, and Sky Nielsen. Highliners coming into this game 7-1. Oak Grove coming in 5-4, riding the heels of a 3-game losing streak. Valley City looking to put them down even farther as they got themselves a long road trip coming up, folks. Get a good look at the Highliner Activity Center because it's the last you're going to see of it until February 9th. Ball up into the air, and it is controlled by Valley City. Manny Freeze, don't think realized she had how much room she had to work and kind of pulled up on it, a layup attempt. Katie Burchell gets a one-on-one opportunity, goes up and finishes. So Katie Burchell gets the one-on-one matchup, takes her time getting around the big down low, and Carolyn DeYoung and finishes for 2 points. So Katie Burchell had 13 points in the win over Northern Cass. This foul shot is up and in, so a promising start at the foul stripe for the leading scorer for Valley City. Now the Rovers quickly get the ball down the floor, and they'll rocket a pass to the three-point line, turn it down a wide-open three. Sky Nielsen runs down the ball. This will get tipped out of bounds, and Nielsen kind of left in a weird spot there. She lets it go. She was trying to let it go out of bounds. Grovers might have come around to get it, but she knew she was going to have to be trapped on the baseline there with all the company coming. So good job to force it off of Grover, and Valley City will take over. Koka, good little head fake, sets up Burchell. Burchell going to kick this one out to Potrats. Potrats trying to barge her way inside. Layup no good. Rebound pulled down here by Hansen. Long outlet pass. Are the Grovers going to get to it? No, they're not. So Valley City has left an outlet open a couple of times, but both times the passes a bit too far off the mark. for the Grovers to take advantage. So 3-0 is our lead here. 7:10 to go in the first frame on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Burchell trying to barge her way inside, kicks over to Nielsen in the corner. Nielsen driving inside. Good pass here to Burchell. Overshoots the jump shot, but Nielsen does a good job reading the miss and puts it in for 2 points. 5-0 lead here for the Highliners. Highliners coming out here with that trapping press, and this time the Grovers get through it. Grover's going to launch up a quick three. That's going to be off the mark. Rebound by Maddie Freeze. Freeze does a long pass on the money to Potratz. Potratz tries to go in, can't get it. Valley City expecting a foul. They don't get it. Now the Grovers quickly bring it up here with, I believe, Hanson. Now throws it over to Geiger. Geiger cross-court pass. Grover's going to launch up another three. This one off the mark. And they're going to have the ball go off them, but they're going to rule it. No, they are going to say out of bounds off Valley City. Thought we were I saw the ref signaling for a foul. But ultimately just out of bounds off Oak Grove. So 6:25 to go here in the first quarter. 5-0 lead for Valley City. Burchell goes up to get a high pass. Now kicks out to Maddie Freeze for a three, and she knocks it down. Maddie Freeze knocks it down, makes it an 8-0 lead for Valley City. Highliners again going out with the press, trying not to allow anybody to get behind them, so they're not being as aggressive collapsing in. Now over to Peyton Hanson, the talented freshman. Throws a cross-court pass. Potratz gets a hand on it, won't be able to get to the steal. Yeah, a little too early in the game to go crashing into the scorer's table. Lets it go out of play. 5:58 to go here in the first quarter. Highliners in front, 8-0. All whipped around here to the wing, over to Sophia Geiger. Geiger now forced it back up top. Tight defense by Valley City. Well, nice little floater there put up by Brunsvold, and that'll get the Grovers on the board. Maddie Freeze with the ball. Dumps it inside here to Burchell. Burchell beat her first man but couldn't finish. Now a pass stolen away by Valley City, so the defense trying to turn it into offense. Freeze has it poked away, but that'll be our first foul called of the game. Actually, second foul, excuse me. That'll be called on Harper Brunsvold. That'll be her first foul. 5:25 to go here in quarter number one. Highliners in front by 6. Freeze set to inbound the ball. They're going to kick this one in the corner to Potratz for a three. That's going to be too strong. Loose ball controlled by Burchell. Now out to Katie Koch, over to Sky Nielsen. Now inside to Potratz. Potratz can't quite finish. Ball gets tipped around. Nielsen couldn't quite get to it. Highliners throwing up a trap, trying to force a mistake. Long outlet pass, though. The Grovers find their way down the floor. Now they'll kick out for a transition three, and they rattle it home. Brunsvold knocks down the three, and just like that, the Grovers within a score. So 8-5, the lead for Valley City, but a bad pass by Potratz has it stolen away, and the Grovers right now taking advantage of a little laissez-faire attitude by the Highliners. Grovers now have their pass stolen away. Both teams turn over the ball, probably at a rate their coaches don't want to have to sustain. And now Maddie Freeze gets run over from behind. It's been a very physical game with only minimal fouls being called so far. 4:36 the clock stops at. 3-point lead for Valley City. Freeze bounces it over to Nielsen in the corner. She lobs it into Burchell. Burchell gets an in-close look, and this time doesn't miss. Burchell now with 5. Highliners back in front by 5. 10-5 for Valley City. Grovers, though, quickly break the ball down the press. But they get stuck on the baseline. They'll have to pass this one out up top. Trying to barge their way in to set up an outside three with Hanson. Hanson misses off to the side. Burchell, oh, she got a clean block, but they call the foul. It was an awkward-looking block. Carolyn DeYoung, 6'3", 6'2", able to get the rebound over Burchell and then kind of put it up. Burchell kind of blocked it almost at shoulder level. And the referee might have not seen the angle that some of us had. Looked like there was a lot of ball on that one, but the first foul shot is a line drive that it's off the front of the rim and misses. Next foul shot is up and in, so it's a 1-for-2 trip, and the Grovers have the lead down to 4. Dakota Potratz's long pass gets it down to Maddie Freeze. Freeze, a little pump fake, will now drive inside, gets bumped again, and arrow does favor Oak Grove, and they call it jump ball. Ball was not really controlled by either side, but there's been very minimal foul calls in this one. Freeze just kind of got hip checked from behind, and not a call to be seen there. 3:50 to go here in the first quarter. Grovers have gotten their way back into this with some timely shooting and some timely defense. This one was attempted to get passed out for a corner three. Valley's going to poke this one out of bounds. So this one's going to be inbounded here by Brunsvold. Brunsvold inbounds it over here to DeYoung. Now back up top. Over to Sophia Geider. Now back to Brunsvold. And this is going to be a moving screen. Called on DeYoung. That'll be foul number 3 on the Grovers. That'll be her second foul. So Kinsley Glant coming into the game along with Kaylee Nielsen, and also going to be Maddie Freeze coming in. So 3 new players off the bench for Valley City. So it's just Coca and Burchell, the remaining starters, out for the Highliners. Glant rolls this ball to Coca. Now we're to Maddie Freeze. Freeze thought about the 3. Maddie Freeze kicks out to Kaylee Nielsen. Nielsen with a pump fake out to Glant. Glant kicks this one out to Coca. Coca with a catch, shoot 3, banks it in. Katie Coca gets the bank open on a late night here on a Thursday afternoon. And we'll make it a 7-point lead for Valley City, their largest lead since they started out the game on an 8-0 run. Passed over here in the corner here for the Grovers. Grovers now trying to push their way free, nearly lost the handle on it. Now a high pass that's going to be off the mark, and Valley City will retake possession of the ball. Out there now for the Grovers is Taylor Euchre. Kinsley Glant kind of picked up a dribble a little too soon, gives it over to Coca. Coca thought about driving inside, now back to Glant. Glant from the free throw line gets it to go. Kinsley Glant gets it to drop, and Valley City up by 9. 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Nice confident looking shot there from the point guard of the future for Valley City. Pass ripped up top here to Geiger, being guarded closely by Maddie Freeze. Freeze trying to keep her in front of her, forces a tough shot. Might have blocked that out of bounds. No, they do call it. That's a late call. So we've had moments where you thought it was just out of bounds, and then it gets called a foul. And they call that one on Freeze. That'll be on Maddie Freeze. That'll be her first. So again, there was physical there, but again for Valley City, you're kind of thinking that it was just out of bounds, and then kind of the late decision to award the foul shots. First shot up and in. So 2:21 to go here in the first frame. Next foul shot for Geiger is up and in, so a 2-for-2 trip for her. And it's now a 15-8 lead for Valley City. Maddie Freeze will get this ball. Now kicks over to Kaylee Nielsen. Nielsen kicks it out to Coca in the corner for a 3 off the mark. Rebound nicely by Glant. Small point guard gets her nose dirty and keeps the possession alive. Kaylee Nielsen sizes up for a 3. She can't bank it in. Long rebound. Freeze trying to keep it alive. Gets tipped out of bounds. It'll belong to Oak Grove. Henley Suffolk coming into the game to replace Katie Coca. So the Grovers an opportunity to close the deficit here as we get down to the last 2 minutes of this first quarter. Caspers now into the game. Nearly lost the handle on it. Force a pass inside. Ball on the deck. Valley City throws a quadruple team and will commit the foul. That was Euchre that got a little bit of a low pass, and that'll be the third foul now on Valley City in the quarter. Grovers set to inbound this one and having a hard time getting someone open. They'll just force the ball up top to reset things. Now over to Hansen. No, now a loose ball on the deck. Suffolk goes diving at him. Overextended, couldn't get to it. Leaves open a shooter and Hansen. Hansen can't drop in the bucket. Kaylee Nielsen able to fight for the rebound and get to it. Katie Burchell, the lone starter out there for Valley City. Otherwise, it's all bench players. Glant rolls it over to Maddie Freeze. Freeze now back to Suffolk. Suffolk spots up for a 3 off the mark. Burchell picks up the board and puts up the second chance point. Burchell out of position for the rebound, but gets it anyway and makes it a 9-point lead. Suffolk going for another steal, puts herself out of position again. She's playing hard, but don't want her to leave somebody open trying to go for those steals. Back here to Caspers in the corner, 3-ball, and they knock it down. Sophia Geiger, she's their best shooter, and knocks down the second 3 of the quarter for the Grovers, 17-11. Glant being guarded closely here, just avoids the over and back, gives it now to Maddie Freeze. Glant now trying to lob it inside to Burchell, but a bad idea. There was 3 bodies coming in. Kind of telegraphing the pass right there. Leading your kind of big into a wad of pressure. Glant kicks it to Burchell. Burchell now inside to Kaylee Nielsen, and that'll be an over-the-back foul by Oak Grove. So that'll turn off the shot clock here as things get reset with 29.8 seconds. That'll be the 4th foul as, well, they don't reset the shot clock. They should have. Well, the shot clock has not been turned off. It should have been turned off with the foul, but it did not get reset. Now we're here to Katie Burchell. They're going to spot up for a 3 up top, and that's going to be off to the side. And there was 4 seconds on the shot clock, and now Valley City going to commit a foul, and that's going to be 4 fouls on them. It's hard to say that that shot was put up because there's 4 seconds on the shot clock, but because that shot clock did not get reset to where it was supposed to, it definitely might have played a factor in Valley City not holding for the final shot there. 17-11. Grovers get another good look at a deep 3. Geiger can't get it to go. Burchell with the rebound. Burchell going to cross half court, throws up a brayer and can't bank it in. So not a bad first quarter from Valley City, but some timely threes by Oak Grove are keeping it close, 17-11. After 1, we'll be back here after the break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Valley City in front, 17-11 on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard as we get set to begin quarter number 2. Leading scorer for Valley City, Katie Burchell, 7 points. Harper Brunsvold and Sophia Geiger both with 5 for Oak Grove. Back underway here in Valley City. Highliner starting out with the ball. Now thrown in here to Sky Nielsen. Nielsen kicks this one out to Kaylee Nielsen for a 3. Can't get it to go. Ball gets tipped out of bounds, and Oak Grove, well, they're going to say the ball belongs to Valley City, and, well, it should belong to Valley City regardless, as there was a clear push-off by Brunsvold in the back of Valley City, so they're going to get the ball. The Highliners are, even after the conference by the officials. Shot clock resets to 35 seconds. Nielsen, though, unable to control the ball, and it's a quick turnover for Valley City. But they get the turnover right back as a nice steal there from the Highliner defense. Maddie Freeze back into the game alongside Dakota Potratz, Sky Nielsen, and Dakota Potratz. Potratz kicks this one back over here to Kaylee Nielsen into Sky, and Sky, they're going to call a 3-second call on Valley City, so not a great start for the Highliners. 2 possessions, 2 quick turnovers. Now the Grovers going to bring it up here. Valley City out of the full court press for now. Now over here to Caspers. Caspers throws the ball right to Maddie Freeze. Freeze going to try to go all the way herself and misses the shot. And now we'll have ourselves a foul underneath. Or we're going to say illegal touching by Valley City or what. But either way, they didn't call foul. Freeze was the first one to touch it for Valley City after she went out of bounds. So that might have been illegal touching for the Highliners. Pass inside. Freeze knocks it right to Oak Grove player. She kind of swatted at it too hard. Just sticks her hand out there. Probably deadens it enough for a steal, but the kind of swipe at it, able to poke it back out to Oak Grove. Geiger picks up her dribble now, throws it in tight. Now back outside. Valley City lost Geiger again, but she's not able to knock down the 3. Nielsen able to pull down the board. Now to Maddie Freeze. Valley City looking for some stable offense here. Freeze thought about a quick transition shot. She'll give it over to Kaylee Nielsen. Now over to Suffolk. Looking inside to Sky Nielsen. Nielsen gets walloped, and she'll get 2 shots out of the deal. So Nielsen doing a good job being that physical presence inside. She'll draw the second foul here on Brunsvold. So Nielsen at the strike. 2 points in the first quarter. Foul shot is up and in, so good looking foul shot there by Nielsen. Hansen going to come into the game for Oak Grove, replacing Brunsvold. Next foul shot for Nielsen looks a bit short, but ultimately finds a way to creep through. And timeout called here by the Grovers, so they spend a quick timeout here. Highliners lead 19-11 back here after the break.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
6:31 to go here in our second quarter. Valley City leading 19-11 on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. After Nielsen goes 2 for 2 at the stripe. Quick inbounds here by the Grovers. And they're just going to try to hang around in this game and maybe get a spurt of offense and try to make Valley City have to earn it and not let Valley City pull away from them. Kind of the low-scoring game that they want right now, sitting at 19-11. Oak Grove forces it outside to Caspers. Now they're going to go for a deep 3, and they knock it down with Euchre. So Euchre lined it up and had all day to shoot and knocks it down and back down to a 5-point lead once again. Highliners just can't seemingly pull away from this pesky Grover squad. Suffolk gets a look up top, and she'll knock it down. Henley Suffolk answers right back with a 3 of her own. That's where she loves to shoot, up top. And now the Grovers just commit a clumsy turnover there. That one right through the hands of Caspers. Now McCall Johnson back into the game. With 5:43 to go here in quarter number 2. Nielsen gives this one to Potratz. Potratz able to use a shifty move to get by. She'll throw up a runner, no good. Now it's the Grovers going the other way. They got numbers, but they're not necessarily taking advantage of it. Just daisy chaining the ball down the floor. McCall Johnson can't get it to go, but they get the rebound. Quick 2 off the miss. No good. Ball gets tipped out to Suffolk. Now it's Potratz. She'll slow things down. Rips a pass to Maddie Freeze. Freeze all by herself. Able to kick it out. Now an open 3 for Potratz. Off the scramble and knocks it down. Dakota Potratz knocks down a deep one, and Valley City for the first time today leads by double figures, 25-14. So now here come the Grovers, and that ball poked out of bounds by Maddie Freeze. And now a little bit of I believe that's Peyton Hansen kind of doubling over there. Don't know if she was getting a bit exhausted on that play or what. Well, we're down to 4:58 to go. It looked like she was in a little bit of discomfort there after Freeze poked that one away. Now over to McCall Johnson, now to Sophia Geiger, using a screen set, trying to set up a pick and roll. Shot is left short, but gets her own miss. Another quick 2, and that'll be put in. Fortunate bounce there for Geiger. Left her shot well short, but just fortunate to hit the rim in the right spot to bounce right to her, and Coca will commit the traveling. Coca threw up a head fake, but that back foot slipped. So the clock stops here at 4:38, 25-16 the lead for Valley City. And the Grovers are just kind of playing how they got to play right now. Being pesky, not allowing Valley City to pull away from them. But ultimately, they're going to need to start stringing together some more consistent offense. Now to McCall Johnson. Throws this one inside. Now back to Johnson. She'll line up for a 3. Can't bank it home. Coco with a nice rebound. She'll bring the ball up herself. Floats it to Burchell. Burchell sees the mismatch, goes right inside. Now kick it out to Potratz. Potratz lost the handle. Now gets an idea for a 3. No good, and a nice play by Burchell to throw it off Caspers. And Caspers, or excuse me, that was going to be Euchre, I believe, just left herself kind of too vulnerable of a target. Burchell, good job not giving up the play, throws it off a body and keeps the possession alive for the Highliners. Maddie Freeze kicks this one over to Potratz, now to Koka. Koka lines it up inside to Burchell, now back to Potratz for another three. This looks long, and it is. Koka able to get the board. Now rips it over to Maddie Freeze. Freeze gets doubled, kicks it out to Potratz. Thought about another three. Now she'll drive inside. Good look for her. Hit on the arm. Foul called. That'll stop the clock here at 3:49, so she'll go to the stripe here for 2 shots. That'll be the first foul on Peyton Hansen. Second foul on the Grovers this quarter. And at the stripe, Potratz will put that one up and in. She's got 4 points in the quarter. 26-16. 1 shot remaining here. Highliners back in front by 10. Next shot is up and off the back rim and no good, so it's a 1-for-2 trip. That's Valley City's only first miss at the stripe. And Brunsvold very quickly gets the ball down the floor, puts it up and in. And in Valley City, they just can't quite pull away from the Grovers. Every time Valley City gets a bucket, the Grovers get a steal or another bucket themselves. And now they get another steal, and they're throwing this one down to Brunsvold. Brunsvold trying to back her way in. Trapped on the baseline, goes up, and they're going to bail her out with a foul. Brunsvold got herself trapped and just had 2 players reaching for the ball. Both of them had their hands on the ball. It was about to be a jump ball, and just throws her arms up into the air trying to just draw the foul, and they bail her out with the foul call, so she'll get 2 shots here. Brunsvold taking her time at the line. We'll put that one up and in. So Brunsvold leading the way here with 8 points for Oak Grove. And just Valley City, they just can't pull away from Oak Grove. Like every time they get a chance to, they give up a bad turnover or they leave someone open, they hit a 3, and just, again, Oak Grove playing exactly how they have to right now. Next shot is up, and that'll rattle out, and that'll get poked out of bounds, and it'll belong to Oak Grove. So nothing going right for Valley City right now. They're just kind of almost a little lethargic out there. So the Grovers trailing by 7, but they're showing a lot of heart in this one. Another bad pass. Valley City can't get to it. Goes right to Brunsvold, but she loses the handle on it. Into the game now is Kinsley Glant. Glant will bring it up, kick at the Potratz. Inside to Burchell. Burchell faces up, can't get it to go. Lucky not to get called for an over the back on the rebound. And the Oak Grove coach screaming for an over the back as his team drives down the floor. Quick transition 3 for Geiger. Off the back rim, no good. Koka pulls down the board, clears some space. Potratz sizing things up, now back into Katie Burchell. Burchell spins her way inside, shot no good. Potratz gets the miss. Now we'll back things out to the mid-range, just in front of the three-point arc. Now back to Potratz. Potratz turns down a good look at a 3, throws it to Maddie Freeze, who had it poked away from behind. And the Highliners are just overcomplicating things right now with extra passes. Kinley Suffolk set to check back into this one. Three-pointer on the way for the Grovers off the mark. And Glant just gave up on a rebound. Now the Grovers get a free possession out of it. They'll get another three-pointer. That's going to be off the mark. And again, Glant a little lackadaisical going for the ball and nearly stolen away by Euchre. Now Maddie Freeze trying to go all the way down, and it'll be off Valley City. And you can just tell the Highliners are pressing right now as they're just making mental mistakes. They're driving to spaces in the floor, but don't really have a plan to go to where to go with the ball afterwards. So the Grovers keeping things tight here, 26-19. Tight defense being applied here on Brunsvold. Brunsvold trying to get her way inside and solos up and gets it to go. Now the Grovers have outscored Valley City in the quarter by 1. Again, it's just been kind of a lethargic effort in this second quarter from Valley City. They're going inside to Burchell. Burchell faces up and gets it to go. So Katie Burchell might have found a way to try to spark her team with that tough basket. But ultimately, this has been a quarter that's been pretty well controlled by Oak Grove. Koka trying to get the steal, couldn't do it. Brunsvold in tight again, can't get it to go. Burchell has it poked away from her and leaves the ball right to Oak Grove, but they miss the bunny, but they get the rebound again. Valley City single-handedly keeping Oak Grove in this game. And Koka is going to block it from behind, and that's going to be 2 shots for Brunsvold. I mean, they're just keeping them in this game right now. Like, Koka's got to just grab that ball, clear space, even if it means kind of swinging your elbows around there. Jimmy Howard, I think, going to the officials saying that he feels like Coca either got ball in that one or that Birch was getting fouled from behind. Foul shot is up, and that one rattles out. But Brunsvold's been the most active player today for Oak Grove by a country mile. But she's just been able to beat her one-on-one matchups consistently. Now Brunsvold trying to salvage a point here and going to knock it down. So 6-point lead for Valley City. Again, Oak Grove not letting Valley City get too far away. Coca rips a pass into Sky Nielsen. Nielsen has it poked away from behind, and referee waiting for him to signal, and he will signal it's Highliner basketball. Gonna give this one over to Suffolk. She'll take a three, and that'll be no good. Nielsen fighting for the rebound, gets it. Now back to Suffolk, over to Katie Coca. Coca back to Suffolk. Into Nielsen. Nielsen gets double teamed, hit, no foul. Coca gets the ball back, now going to Potratz. Potratz sizes in, gets fouled, and finally gets the call. So 2 shots here for Potratz. Second foul called on Hansen. So Potratz with 2 shots here. Went 1 for 2 her last time. Gets that one to drop. So 29-22 the lead for Valley City. Next foul shot is going to be up and off the back rim, no good. So not able to take advantage fully at the stripe, and Highliners in front by 7. Down to 40 seconds to go. Geiger trying to go against Nielsen, gets it and one. Just like that, the Grovers are 1 foul shot away from making this a 4-point game, and Jimmy Howard is just going to the officials right now, and he's pleading his case. And he's pretty much saying you're not calling it both ways, judging by what he's kind of pointing to and saying the motions, and he is irate at the officials right now. Foul shot is up and in. So just like that, it's a 4-point game, and Oak Grove's just outplayed Valley City in this quarter. Now it's all about how are they going to respond. They can pretty much hold for the final shot, and they throw it away. Bad turnover by Valley City. Now Brunsvold going down the other way. She finishes. She's just been the best player on the floor today. And now Valley City, they got to scramble to get something going here. Only 18 seconds left. And they go inside to Nielsen again. Nielsen getting double teamed from behind. Throws it to Potratz for a mid-range shot. No good. Grovers have a chance to take the lead or tie the game. And the ball will be tipped out of bounds off Valley City. Just a shambolic closeout to the quarter for Valley City. Bad shots taken, bad defense applied, and the Grovers have taken advantage of it. Now with a chance to tie the game up here as they go inside, Nielsen swats it away with a vengeance. 1.7 seconds to go. Valley City up 29-27. Grovers looking to inbound this one. They get free. Coca with a block. McCall Johnson got loose for just a moment, but Coca able to come in and get the block. But that little bit of momentum is going to hide the fact that was a bad quarter of basketball from Valley City. Just never could put Oak Grove away, and the Grovers finally get that burst they need, and they're within 2 points at the break here. So Valley City got to come out sharper than what they did in that last quarter. Oak Grove still very much in this ball game. 29-27. We'll be back here with our halftime show right after this break.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything.
Check out this week's hot winter deals at Lever's Foods. Kraft shredded or chunk cheese, $1.99 with coupon and flyer. Pillsbury toaster strudels or scrambles, $1.69 with coupon and flyer. Kellogg cereals, $2.49 with coupon and flyer. Fresh Express chopped salad kits, just $3.29 each. And wholesome bone and assorted pork chops, only $1.99 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
29-27 the lead for Valley City. They were up by as many as 11 points in the second quarter, but just a bad closeout. I mean, bad turnovers, bad shots, bad defense, bad everything all around. And Oak Grove just outplayed Valley City. Brunswald was active. She got inside. She was the most active player out there on the floor, and it showed. Sometimes aggression is enough to get things done. Sophia Geiger hit some timely shots. Euchre hit a three to kind of, again, Valley City's just never been able to put Oak Grove away. Like, they've never had, they got that 8-0 run to start things out, and then they immediately allowed them to get it down to 3. They've never had that 8-0 run, and then they just sit on it. They don't take the air out of the building. They just allow Oak Grove to just kind of hang around. And it's that ability to hang around that just drives some coaches nuts, because you know that, an 8-point lead on paper sounds nice. You also know it's an uncontested 3 and a layup the other way, away from being a one-possession game. It's kind of how this turned. Valley City was kind of comfortably in front, about 7 to 10 points the entire quarter, and then just on the way back. It's bad defense, bad shots, and Oak Grove gets 2 points and had a chance to tie, go into half. So you can outplay a team for essentially what it was. They outplayed them for 14 of the 16 minutes in this first half, and then just in the last 2 minutes they fall apart, and now it's nearly a tie game. So Valley City, they've got to wake up here, settle in for too many outside shots. The inside attack has not been there outside of Katie Burchell, so got to find a way to kind of reestablish some type of physical dominance out there for Valley City. Looking at the scoring so far, Maddie Threes with 3, Dakota Potratz with 5, Katie Koka 3, Katie Birchall 9, Sky Nielsen 4, Kinsley Clamp 2, Kinley Suffolk with a 3. For Oak Grove, it's just really been 2 players. Harper Brunswald with 13 points, Sophia Geiger with 9, Carolyn DeYoung has 1, and Euchre has 3. So really it's just been 2 players that are killing Valley City right now, and really it's just one. Brunswald has been the one that's really been kind of almost like a Tori Fee from Devil's Lake, in that she's just an annoying gnat that won't go away, and she just gets her points by outworking you, and that's kind of what the situation has been for Valley City. In that second quarter, the last 2 to 3 minutes, they just got outworked. Sometimes one of the most cliche things somebody can say is another team wanted it more. That's just kind of what that closeout to the second quarter was. Oak Grove just wanted it more than Valley City, and they just went out and nearly took it from them. Valley City still has a 29-27 lead, but they've got to come out and they've got to really put up kind of a no-nonsense quarter and just kind of put things away here, because the performance they had right there is just not going to be one that's going to be conclusive to winning basketball. So you got a team with some championship makeup versus a team that's trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. We'll see what plays out here. Will it be the championship resolve, or will it be the energy Oak Grove had coming to end that second quarter? So we got ourselves 3 minutes to go till our third quarter of play. We'll be back here when it's time for more basketball here on KOBC.
The 2026 North Dakota Winter Show concert is coming in hot. Saturday, February 28th. Join I3G Media and the North Dakota Winter Show as we welcome Shane Prophet.
Long live country.
With special guests Jake Bush and Zach Thomas. This year, we move south to the South Exhibit Building at the North Dakota Winter Show Event Center in Valley City. Doors open at 5 p.m. and free transportation will be provided to and from the Winter Show, local hotels, and downtown Valley City. Early bird tickets are on sale now, only $30. For a limited time, get yours now. Head to newsdakota.com and click on the concert tab, but not for long. One night, one stage, 3 country powerhouses.
That's how it ought to be.
Shane Prophet, Jake Bush, Zach Thomas.
It must be the whiskey.
The 2026 North Dakota Winter Show Concert, February 28th, brought to you by I3G Media and the North Dakota Winter Show. Get your early bird tickets now at newsdakota.com.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
And we're back here at the Highliner Activity Center, getting set for our second half of basketball between the Highliners and the Oak Grove Grovers. It'll be the Grovers starting out with the ball here. In quarter number 3, they dominated the back end of that second quarter and nearly were able to tie the game up, but Katie Coca with a nice block, able to preserve the lead for Valley City, but that's all it did, preserve the lead. It is Oak Grove right now with all the momentum as they now try to tie or take the lead in this one. 29-27, Valley City in front as we're back underway here. McCall Johnson passes it out here to DeYoung. DeYoung passes this one over to Hanson. Hanson working against Maddie Freeze. Nearly lost the ball, got it back. Now over to Hanson for a decent look at a 3. Can't get it to go. Pulled down here by Sky Nielsen. Nielsen now up ahead to Coca. Coca all by herself. and misses the layup, but Burchell's there to put it back. But that's been a bit of a point of contention for Katie Burchell. She's missed not Katie Burchell, but Katie Coca. It's been a couple of times this year where she's just, you don't want to say have too much time to shoot, but she's missed a lot of in-close looks where she's been all by herself. Valley City gets a block down the other way. Potratz trying to push the numbers advantage, trying to dribble out of some pressure over to Katie Coca. Coca now gives it over to Nielsen. Nielsen throws it into Burchell. Burchell gets doubled now to Maddie Freeze for a three. Knocks it down. Maddie Freeze knocks down the three. And Valley City starts this quarter off well, back in front by 7, 34-27 on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. 1 minute gone here in the third. And they're going to call a reach and foul on Valley City in 2 shots. I mean, Brunsville just literally took a stroll right down. Never looked like that she was, you don't want to say doing anything athletic, but she just kind of went in, took a step, and then just kind of took 2 steps, threw her hands up, and then gets the shooting foul. It seems like potentially Jimmy Howard is annoyed at some of these kind of, maybe in his eyes, soft fouls that are going against his unit. It feels like that his team's being whacked at the other end. First shot, though, is missed. Second foul shot, that's going to be up and in, so a 1-for-2 trip. So makes it a 6-point game. Potratz trying to go coast to coast, finds Burchell, but Burchell just lost the handle on it. It's just been an odd day for Valley City. It's just things they usually do well, they've done poorly, and Katie Burchell, she gets a wide open look at the basket. That ball never slips out of her hand, but it did right there, and just the oddest of turnovers that you'll see from an all-state caliber player like Katie Burchell. Hanson bounces this to the corner for DeYoung. DeYoung kicks this back out to Geiger. Geiger now back to McCall Johnson, over to Hanson. Back around the horn here go the Grovers. They'll lay this one in tight. Now Coca jumped at a pump fake, but did a good job to stay in front of her marker. And that was going to be Brunsvold, and able to force the miss. Burchell passes this one now to Freeze. Freeze gets it swatted from behind, and Jimmy Howard's just kind of walking up and down, shaking his head. And he's still talking to the referees. He felt like that Freeze was run over from behind. Now this one going to be over to Brunsvold. Got loose again for a three. Got knocked down after the shot. No call. Katie Coca now one-on-one. She'll back things off. Gives it over to Potratz. Potratz now over to Burchell. Burchell going to pull it back off to Coca. She'll step in for a three. Off the mark. Long rebound. Pulled down by Sky Nielsen. Not necessarily a shot you want to be settling for. Nielsen, though, she'll pull it for a three. That'll rattle out. Potratz with the board. She has it knocked away from behind. Coca runs it down. She'll give it back to Nielsen. Nielsen goes barge it inside. Hit on the way up. No call. Burchell, though, gets it back. So Burchell, couple putbacks here, and Valley City up 36-28. 5:20 to go here in quarter number 3. Now pass over here to Geiger. Geiger being guarded by Potratz. A little pick and roll being set up for McCall Johnson in the corner. That three overcooked, and DeYoung gets it ripped out by Katie Coca. Coca gets in there, rips that one free. And now Valley City looking to move back in front by double figures. Nielsen rolls it out to Freeze. Freeze in the corner, looked too strong, and it is. Freeze, though, swipes at it, keeps it alive. Burchell left all alone and puts it up and in. Burchell, right place, right time, and the Grovers are going to take a timeout. 4:45 to go here in quarter number 3. Highliners in front by 10. Back after the break on KOBC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
38-28, Valley City in front as we are 4:45 left to go in quarter number 3, Highliners. Starting out this quarter, much like they did in the first. First quarter, they started out the quarter on an 8-0 run. Now they're starting it out in the third on a 9-1 run. So the Grovers, every time Valley City looks like they're building some momentum, they come back with a run of their own to keep it close. Now it's time to see whether or not that timeout's going to pay dividends. Back out here on the outside. And they're going to try to back their way inside with Brunsvold. Brunsvold's low pass gets picked up back around the horn. The Grovers go, and they'll turn it over. So the Grovers try to go inside and outside, nowhere to go. Molly Welsh now into the game for Oak Grove, wearing number 15 in black. Potratz has that one poked away, able to force it to Freeze. Freeze holding on to it, looking around to who to pass to. Now she'll say, I'll take it myself, and knocks down the three. Maddie Freeze knocks down her third three of the game, 41-28. She led the team in three-pointers last year. She is a lethal weapon on the outside. DeYoung with the ball. DeYoung looking to set up Brunsvold, and good job by Coca. If you're watching the broadcast, you might have seen it. Brunsvold flashed open, but Coca kind of gave a quick little grab of the jersey from behind, preventing her from getting there, and that'll force the turnover. Again, should it be a hold? By rule, technically, but if you can get away with it, get away with it. Potratz with the ball on the wing. Dumps it to Nielsen. Nielsen wasn't entirely ready for it. Now they'll go right back into Nielsen. A little over the back right there. Not called. Ball on the deck. Arrow belongs to Valley City. And assistant coach Glant, Tara Glant, saying that there was an over the back there on Nielsen. And don't think the referees and the Highliner coaches are going to be on each other's Christmas cards list after this one. Potratz behind the back, nifty move to create some space. Now trying to force a pass in the Burchell, but trying to do too much there and turns it over. Now Potratz nearly got the steal in retaliation, but now the Grovers trying to go down the floor here. Brunsvold had it stolen away. Potratz shoved from behind, no call, but able to get it out to Coca. Now Coca over to Freeze. Freeze has been feeling it to start this quarter, but now she dribbles herself into a bit of trouble. Back out to Nielsen, over to Potratz. Potratz trying to go inside, flips it to Burchell. Burchell hit on the way up, does not matter. And now Valley City going to their bread and butter, and that's Katie Burchell. She's got 8 points in the quarter. It's been her and Freeze doing the scoring. 2:50 to go here in quarter number 3. Now back out to Young. Freeze went for a steal, and did she? Yes, she did not get the steal, but she was able to force the turnover. Peyton Hansen reached out, couldn't get the steal, but knocked it out of bounds. So ultimately a winning play made there by Maddie Freeze, and now we're going to get Bryn Leak checking into the game now for the Highliners. Leak and Maddie Freeze into the game. Maddie Freeze with the ball. Rips it over to Leak. Leak thought about the three. Now into Burchell. Burchell passes it out to Nielsen for a three. Leaves it a bit short. Leak gets in there trying to get an offensive rebound. Couldn't do it. Now pass gets tipped though by Maddie Freeze on the deck. Nielsen not going to be able to get to it. Good intensity there by the backups. Going to try to get that turnover, but just ultimately not quite in that kind of pocket you needed to get to. So 2:22 left to go here in quarter number 3. 43-28 the lead for Valley City. Grovers work this one back to the outside. They go in. Ball gets tipped. Ball on the deck. Goes over to Euchre. Euchre gets it back. Now tips it out over to Sophia Geiger. Geiger lost the handle. Nielsen went in for the steal. Couldn't get it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Desperation three. No good. It'll be out of bounds off Valley City. It'll be off Bryn Leak. She did not possess it enough to warrant a changing of the shot clock. And Valley City really putting their reserves in here, either trying to keep their reserves out of foul trouble or trying to get them 2 minutes of rest. So it's going to be pretty much all reserves out there right now except for Dakota Potrats. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Valley City can't allow anything cheap or deep. They're going to go inside, and there's another bailout foul. And all head coach Glenn and all head coach Howard can do is just bury their heads in their hands, as they played exactly how they wanted to. They had the body there. They forced a tough shot, and the referees award the light foul. And the foul shot is going to be off to the side and no good. I believe that's Molly Welsh at the stripe. 43-28, minute 58 to go in this third quarter. Valley City, much better effort out of them in this one. That one's going to rattle out again, and Maddie Free is going to come down with the board, but light pass nearly stolen away. And that's just kind of where, as a youngster, you have to learn, like, even though you're up 15, the other team's going to continue playing, and you got to put more steam on those passes. And now it's going to be a reach and foul, and now the Grovers are the ones incensed. Kinsley Glenn dribbled herself right into the trap, and now there's a lot of barking going on right now. You're allowing a lot to go, and the whistle went to the mouth, and sometimes that indicates the tech's coming, but referee held back on it. Pass inside here to Kaylee Nielsen, back around the horn here for the Highliners. Potrats gets bumped in the mouth. She covers her mouth, and now we're going to have ourselves a stoppage here, and Jimmy Howard calls his 32nd timeout, and Potrats immediately grabbed her face, and she got walloped. No call, though, but timeout taken, minute 35 to go. Highliners in front by 15.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Valley City spins the timeout, and Maddie Freeze is going to come in to replace Dakota Potrats. Again, Potrats got hit in the face driving inside, and Jimmy Howard calling a timeout there. So Valley City inbounds the ball. They go right inside to Maddie Freeze. Freeze double teamed, kicked out to Bryn Leak. Leak can't get it to go, and that'll be out of bounds off Valley City. And Valley City with 3 games in 3 games in 3 days. So you understand why Jimmy Howard's kind of opening up the bench here a little bit, but Leak's certainly not a player that gets a lot of playing time. But very much like Kinley Suffolk, can definitely shoot from deep. I mean, an interesting player to kind of watch over the next few years for Valley City. You always need shooting off the bench, and Valley City commits a clumsy foul right there, reaching in with Maddie Freeze, and that'll be the first foul on Freeze. That'll stop the clock at 1:12, and Brunsvold comes back in. Now a little bit of a delay here as we get this ball in. They look to set up Brunsvold on a drive, but they're going to kick this one out to Caspers. Caspers now back over here to Molly Welsh. Welsh with the ball, posturing around, looking for someone to pass to. Good defense by Maddie Freeze to force the pass. Brunsvold goes in, and what do you know? It's another delayed foul call, but this one's on Geiger. I mean, really the entire offense for Oak Grove in this quarter has been drive, throw it up in a triple team, and hope the referees call the foul. Don't believe me? They are 0 from the field and 1 of 3 from the foul stripe. Make that 2 of 4. Or I guess now 2 of 5. And we're stopping play again. Why? So did they misassign the foul? So they I guess, misassigned the foul or didn't have the proper foul count. It got called on Kaylee Nielsen. Foul shot is up and rattles home, so it's a 2-for-2 trip. So 55 seconds left to go here. Valley City with the reserves in are trying to close out this quarter with some pizzazz, and oh my goodness. League had Maddie Freeze, and she just threw the ball right at her sneaker tops and out of bounds. Play was set up perfectly, just the pass left a lot to be desired. 43-30. Oak Grove going to try to see some momentum here. Valley City trying to rest their starters. And jump ball called. Valley City, they wanted the steal, and Freeze had the ball ripped free when they whistled for the jump ball. Shot clock doesn't reset, so it's still about a 12-second differential. But Freeze desperately wanted the steal. She had nothing but open floor in front of her. Now the Grovers working the ball around the perimeter here to Brunsvold, over to Caspers. Brunsvold left open from deep, and she knocks it down. And just Valley City has had some bad closeouts here in the quarters. They've left shooters get open, and the reserves just have not done a good job protecting the lead. And, hey, we get a foul called finally on Oak Grove. Finally. I mean, just Kinsley Glant just gets grabbed from behind, and the foul gets called. Only the second foul on Oak Grove. And you'd figure a team that's as big and physical as Valley City is would want to play a game like this that's more physical. But when you allow in kind of one side to grab the bigger team and get away with it, it kind of actually works against you. Kaylee Nielsen inside gets hit, and all right, now this is turning into an entirely different game the last minute in terms of how it got officiated the first few seconds, but Valley City will certainly take shots. Kaylee Nielsen at the stripe here. Foul shot is up off the back rim and no good. And Valley City had a strong start to the quarter, but kind of a disappointing end here. And again, with the reserves in, their whole job is just to hold the fort. But Oak Grove has responded again by not allowing Valley City to get too far away. And Nielsen will go 1 of 2 at the stripe, knocks it down. So 7 seconds left here for Oak Grove. They're taking a bit of time here getting the ball up. Brunsvold with 3 seconds, 2 seconds, passes it out. Three-pointer on the way, and that's going to be left short. So Valley City ultimately able to outscore Oak Grove in that quarter 15-5. So 15-5, Valley City outscores Oak Grove. So a good quarter for Valley City. They need one more to pick up another win. We'll be back here in a little bit here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything.
Check out this week's hot winter deals at Lever's Foods. Kraft shredded or chunk cheese, $1.99 with coupon and flyer. Pillsbury toaster strudels or scrambles, $1.69 with coupon and flyer. Kellogg's cereals, $2.49 with coupon and flyer. Fresh Express chopped salad kits, just $3.29 each. And wholesome bone and assorted pork chops, only $1.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Valley City up 11 points here, 44-13 as we start quarter number 4. Starters out for Valley City. Burchill lost the handle on it, but tipped it out to Koka. Now to Potratz. Mid-range jumper for her. Rattles out. Nielsen goes in, gets the board. She leaves it short. Ball tipped out of play. Who's it off of? And it's off Valley City. 3 golden opportunities, and all 3 of them squandered. That's just kind of been the day it is. I don't think it's really anything Oak Grove's done to stay within 11 points of this game. It feels like a lot more what Valley City hasn't done. That's not taking anything away from Oak Grove. They've played the style of game they need to play. But for Valley City, you're just going to kind of look on this one and be very much, I would say, disappointed in the mistakes you've made and the frequency of them. Deep 3 for the Grovers. That rattles out. Katie Burchill with the ball. Burchill now lays it up ahead for Koka. Koka has it swatted away from behind by Brunsvold, and Brunsvold, again, probably been the most active player out there for either team. She and Katie Burchill scoring lead with 17 points. They go right inside to Burchell. She faces up, can't get it to go, gets her own miss, kicks it out to Potrats. Now we're to Coca. Coca pump fakes. Now we're to Maddie Freeze for another three. That rattles out. Valley City getting good opportunities, but just not hitting them. And this will be backed out here for the Grovers as they might have got away with a little shuffle step inside. Underneath shot for DeYoung. Can't get it to drop. Now a lob pass here for Coca. Coca lets everyone fly by, but she doesn't have any confidence right now. She lets someone fly by and then immediately instead of putting it right up, she lets the defense catch up, tries to throw a pass, and just you can kind of tell the footsteps are getting to her a little bit. This one floated up top. Burchell for a three, knocks it down. Katie Burchell with a rare three-pointer, and that'll put the lead up to 14. 47-33, 6:40 to go here in the ball game. Highliners in front by 14. McCall Johnson nearly has that one knocked away. They're going to try to force a pass inside. Nielsen, good defense to deny the pass. Coca stabbing at the ball again. McCall Johnson's nearly lost it, not once but twice. And head coach Chad Slither will call the timeout. So timeout called back here in 30 seconds after the break.
Rambo, a proud sponsor fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
47-33, Valley City in front on Oak Grove. It has not been a very, you would say, polished effort from Valley City, but it is good enough right now. But certainly you're wondering how this kind of maybe unexpected grinding effort is going to play out tomorrow against Thompson in Devil's Lake. 47-33, Oak Grove back with the ball. Now over to Brunsvold. Brunsvold going inside. Puts up a shot. Nielsen with the block, but it goes right to Geiger. Geiger forces up a shot, no good. Freeze gets run over, and she'll draw the foul. That'll be the fourth foul on Harper Brunsvold. Music to Valley City's ears. They want to get her off the floor as soon as possible, and Oak Grove can't really pull her down 14. Give this one over to Sky Nielsen. Nielsen rips a pass into Burchell. Burchell up and under. Good move and finishes for 2 points. 49-33, 5:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. Katie Burchell, good footwork there. Maddie Freeze gets in the passing lane, steals it away. Now holds up possession. Pass tipped here to Coca. Coca can't finish. Potrads gets the miss and drops it in for 2 points. 51-33, 5:35 to go here in quarter number 4. Valley City's starting to work over Oak Grove now. Overs bounce this one to the outside. Pass inside, poked away. McCall Johnson trying to save it. Grover's trying to save it again, and Valley City probably one too many times stuck out their hands. And it'll get tipped out of bounds off Valley City. Kinley Suffolk coming in for Maddie Freeze. So Suffolk coming into the game as the Grovers with 17 seconds look to set up some offense. Suffolk got caught reaching. They're going to go inside for a floater, no good. And that'll be a shooting foul as they're, again, not to take anything away from Oak Grove in this game, but there have just been some weird things that have happened. Valley City's missed some layups in close. They've kind of committed some turnovers they usually don't commit, and there have been some rebounds that have just pretty much been magnetic to Oak Grove's hands. That one was just a clumsy floater that just hit the backboard and just bounced right over to DeYoung. Young makes the first foul shot. Second one is up and rattles that one home. So a 2-for-2 trip to the line. Now Valley City with 5:10 left to go here, going to try to close out this game. Leading by 16. Nielsen, size and upper marker, will kick this one out to Coca. Coca straight on three. Oh, that one was halfway down but rattled all the way out. It's just been a rough day for Katie Coca. Now the Grovers in transition for three. They leave it short. Rebound pulled down by Potrats. Potrats, smart heads-up play, lets everyone get in front of her. Potratz weaving her way side to side, going right down, draws the foul on the Young, and she'll get 2 shots. So Dakota Potratz, tough player. Kind of was more of a swing player for Valley City, moving from guard to forward her, what would have been her sophomore year. That one going to rattle out. But she was kind of a, what we would call, kind of a small forward maybe for Valley City, and then she kind of had to get settled into a point guard role. This one going to be up, and that one rattles home. So Potratz able to salvage a point at the stripe. But she's kind of transitioned more and more into a kind of true point guard. But she does have that element of toughness to her. McCall Johnson step back on Sky Nielsen and gets a very fortunate bounce off the rim and gets it to go. So 15-point advantage for Valley City as the Grovers get a circus shot to go on the step back 2 for McCall Johnson. Coca tries to force a pass into Burchill. Burchill rips it free but loses it. Ball on the deck. And Valley City trying to get a jump ball, and they'll finally get it. They call a reach-in on Burchill. I'm not sure how long you got to have control of the ball, and that's what Jimmy Howard's arguing right now. He's just kind of looking back and forth right now. He knows his team's up by 15. He knows he hasn't played well, but the team hasn't played to the best of its ability. But he also feels like that his team might not be getting the better end of the calls, and that's going to be another 3 for Caspers, and that's exactly what Oak Grove needed. And again, it's this situation over and over again. Valley City gets a lead, but they can't put them away. And right now the Grovers back within 12. We'll be back here after the timeout here on KLVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
52-40, big three-pointer for the Grovers, gives them some life. Valley City, once again, thought they had the Grovers put away, but they come back and are making it a contest. Nielsen with some room, kicks it to Coca. Coca nearly lost it out of bounds. Now throws a pass inside to Maddie Freeze. Freeze gets tied up, now back outside. Coca steps into one, knocks it down. And Katie Coca, if ever there was a player that kind of deserved to make that one, it's her. Has had threes rattle out on her, has had some layups not fall her way, and now she gets a steal trying to outrace everyone. Will she make this one? Pushed in the back. I'm lost. I'm not sure what section of the rule book is, but usually a two-hand shove in the back is warranted of a foul. And Jimmy Howard's just looking at the referee in disbelief, and he's getting mad not because he's saying it's a foul, but he's saying because it's dangerous, and it is. You get shoved in the back running full speed, you can twist or pull something easy. I mean, he's just you very rarely see Jimmy Howard this animated at officials, and he's just been animated from pretty much, I'd say, the second quarter onward. Potratz leads this one ahead to Coca, now back to Freeze. Freeze will slow things down. Good screen set by Nielsen. Did they call the hand check foul? Yes, they did, and it was kind of like Nielsen moved over, set a really good screen, and it's kind of one of those things as a coach where you're about to lose your mind, but you want to hear the call. Because Nielsen set about as picture perfect of a screen as you could, and the hand checking was going on, so the correct call was made. But Jimmy was about a half second away from maybe getting the second technical that I've seen. And a trip foul gets called on the Grovers, so the appeals by Jimmy Howard might be actually starting to buy his team some fouls. So 4th foul now called here on the Grovers. Inbound coming up here for Maddie Free. She'll get this one to Sky Nielsen. Nielsen steps into one and knocks it down. Sky Nielsen now with 7, and Valley City starting to get the three-pointer going at the right time. 58-40, Highliners in front with 2:35 to go in the ball game. This one outside here to Euchre. Euchre pivoting around, will dish it over to Caspers. Caspers now back over here to Hanson. Hanson got feigned on a double team. Back to Euchre. Euchre rips a pass inside. Sky Nielsen, nearly had a great play. She got her hand in the passing lane. Looked like she was going to throw it back into play going out of bounds, but threw it off her own leg. But Nielsen has played a very kind of physical defensive game today, and only 7 points, but definitely has been a defensive anchor down low. Pass gets floated up high. Maddie Freeze trying to win the race and does so, and she tips it out of bounds. Now, she tips it out of bounds. The good news about that is that 12 seconds on the shot clock, if chasing that ball down is going to make the Grovers start in on the other side of the floor, which is good. Now, you can make the argument of whether or not you just let it go out of bounds and the Grovers have to restart, but you like the effort there by Maddie Freeze. Steps into another one is Oak Grove, and that's going to be a miss, and that one gets thrown off the back wall trying to be saved. And Brunsvold, I think, is a little shocked at where that ball ended up. She tried to throw it behind her back. The problem is you don't release the ball in time. You don't actually throw it behind your back. You throw it to the side, and she just kind of threw a dart off the wall. So with 2:09 to go, Valley City in front by 18, their largest lead of the game. Now Oak Grove going to dial up some pressure. I'll see, good job breaking through it, though. I'll see if they slow things down. Potratz goes inside to Burchell. Burchell outside to Maddie Freeze for a 3. Bit short, ball rattles out. And now the Grovers going the other way. Might have been a little bit of a carry there, but Oak Grove going to get it back to Hanson. Hanson back outside here over to Caspers. Now back over to Sophia Geiger. Geiger backs it out to Caspers. 20 seconds on the shot clock, and ball will go back to Valley City. Pass too high. Minute 38 to go, up by 18. Grover's still going to keep the pressure on Valley City. Valley City going to put together decent second half here to close things out. And Sky Nielsen looking for it all down the floor and trying to get Katie Burchell, but overthrew her. Yes, you're Valley City. You get all this out of the way now before you have to go play a team that could make you pay, or maybe such loose handling of the ball like Thompson. Grovers spot up for a 3, and they'll knock it down. So second three-pointer for Caspers, and the Grovers will take a timeout. So again, the Grovers, they've been pesky. They've not gone away. They've done exactly what they've needed to do to hang in against a team as good as Valley City. But again, if you're Valley City, you're just kind of shaking your head knowing you've had moments to really put the hammer down and have missed those opportunities. And again, you're up by 15 with a minute 20, but certainly not the type of game that you want to play going into a team like Thompson on the road at Devil's Lake. And this is going to be a challenging stretch here for Valley City. You look at kind of the schedule they have coming up, and it's just not an easy one. Thompson at Devil's Lake, Rugby at Devil's Lake, so back-to-back days. You got 3 games in 3 days. At Wapaton, at Kindred, at EKM, at Lisbon, at Central Cass, at Lemoore, and you're back here to play Northern Cass on February 9th for Senior Day. You have 1 home game the rest of the way. So sometimes that's just how the schedule crumbles, but, I mean, you're going to have to get used to getting Valley City, playing sharp and just playing good enough to win games where you don't play your best. And, again, you're in a good position to close this one out. There's a lot of teachable moments in this one. Burchell kicks this one out to Potratz. Potratz back into Burchell. Burchell sizes up. Doesn't get it to go. Draws the foul. That'll be on Euchre. 5 fouls now on the Grovers. That'll be Euchre's second. So Burchell right now at 22 points. Burchell's first foul shot up and in. Katie Burchell has had some days where she just she puts up 23 points, and she looks just like the most indomitable force out there. And then she's had games like today where you look up and, it's not that she's had a bad game, far from it, but it's just one of those days where you look up or you look down at the scores and she's going like, oh, she's got, now 24 points. It's almost unexpected sometimes, but she has been a phenomenal player in her career for Valley City. Grovers will commit a traveling violation. Highliners in front by 17. They get to the 60-point threshold, and now Oak Grove retracts their substitution? Can you do that? Yeah, might as well. All right, so apparently you can't, so we're going to get a new substitute in here. Brunsvold checking out of this game. Oh, Maddie Freeze gets dealt the ball. Will dribble by one marker. Now sidle things up here to the corner. We'll give it over to Sky Nielsen. Nielsen back to Freeze. Freeze cross quarter to Coca. Coca now back to Potratz. Potratz inside, high off the glass. Can't get it to go. Birchall knocked out of the way. Ball on the deck. Well, if Coach Jimmy Howard really wants to vent his frustrations, you're up 17 with 42 seconds left. Now would be the time to do it, but again, I think I've seen him get a technical foul one time in my life. This is going to be another kick out on the wing for a three. No good. Freeze gets run over, and that's just two-hand shove right into the chest of Maddie Freeze. You don't want to say the D word as in dirty, but, it's a 17-point game. There's a difference between playing hard and playing reckless, and that's right on the line as Brunswold will get called for the foul. So Freeze going to the stripe here. Opportunity to get in the double figures. Well, shot is up and off to the side. Again, always interesting to see after someone takes a hard foul like that is how their first foul shot looks, and it didn't look bad. It just didn't have quite the proper English to it. Next foul shot is up and in, so Maddie Freeze gets herself into double figures. Highliners in front by 18, 61-43. Shot clock turned off here. Now pass inside here. Opportunity for a look, and good defense there by Birchall to pull it down. Potratz running down the floor, but she'll pull it back. Could have went in for a layup to make it a 20-point lead, but ultimately Valley City just going to get out of here with the win. Maybe not the picture-perfect performance at times, but certainly one that was good enough. So we'll be back here with our final thoughts and stats here right after this break. So keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KLVC.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
The 2026 North Dakota Winter Show concert is coming in hot. Saturday, February 28th. Join I3G Media and the North Dakota Winter Show as we welcome Shane Prophet.
Long live country.
With special guests Jake Bush and Zach Thomas. This year, we move south to the South Exhibit Building at the North Dakota Winter Show Event Center in Valley City. Doors open at 5 p.m. and free transportation will be provided to and from the Winter Show, local hotels, and downtown Valley City. Early bird tickets are on sale now, only $30. For a limited time, get yours now. Head to newsdakota.com and click on the concert tab, but not for long. One night, one stage, 3 country powerhouses.
That's how it ought to be.
Shane Prophet, Jake Bush, Zach Thomas.
It must be the whiskey.
The 2026 North Dakota Winter Show Concert, February 28th, brought to you by I3G Media and the North Dakota Winter Show. Get your early bird tickets now at newsdakota.com.
And we're back here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC, also on KOVC Live, our YouTube channel. It is a 61-43 win today for Valley City. And this is just a game where, again, if you're Valley City, you feel like you played, I would say, one great quarter of basketball, and that was probably your third quarter in a sense. But, again, this is just a game where you kind of go back to it, and it feels like a game where it was more of what Oak Grove did, or not necessarily what Oak Grove did, but kind of what Valley City didn't do. That kind of kept the game in doubt for a little bit. We've seen this the last kind of 2 games for Valley City, where they kind of just have this stretch where they just don't get anything rolling. They saw it against Northern Cass for kind of the first 4 minutes of that game, or first 4 minutes of the second quarter, and then Valley City calls the timeout, gets reorganized. They get the 19-point lead in the half and dominate the rest of the way. For this one, is just a bad last 3 minutes or so to the end of the second quarter, where you allow a game that never should have been a 2-point game be a 2-point game at the half. And, again, you got to give credit to Oak Grove. You really got to give credit to Harper Brunswell. She was aggressive. I mean, in a game like this, we're going to be overmatched on the talent end. You have to be aggressive. You have to be pesky. You have to play physical, and you have to play without fear, and that's exactly what she did. She had 17 points to lead her team. Sophia Geiger had 9 points in that first half, but kind of quiet in the second, only a pair of foul shots to her name. And then in that fourth quarter, it was kind of the other guys getting it going. McCall Johnson with 2. Carolyn DeYoung went 2 for 2 at the stripe. Casper's knocked down a pair of three-pointers, her only 6 points of the game. But for Valley City, I mean, this was a game where there are good things to talk about. For as kind of maybe frustrating as this performance was at times, there is some good things to talk about. Mainly that there was a lot of different players that got their name on the scored sheet. 8 different players for Valley City scored at least a point in this one. Kinley Suffolk got a good look from 3, did not miss. That's what you want from Kinley Suffolk, is that she is a good shooter. She is a good shooter, and maybe not playing as many minutes as we thought that she would off the bench this year. Valley City kind of a much more younger bench that they throw out a lot more frequently than they did last year. But if she gets a couple looks a game, you want her to feel comfortable enough taking those looks. Kaylee Nielsen, someone that's kind of a do-it-all player for Valley City, can go inside, outside, play all 3 levels. Kinsley Glant made a short-range floater. And you kind of look at Sky Nielsen, maybe not the big point day for her, but I wouldn't say she tried to force things. She did a good job playing physical inside, played a good defensive game. Katie Koka, this easily could have been a 10-point day for her if she makes a couple of layups, but she knocks down a couple of threes. And that's kind of what you want Katie Koka to be a little bit, is kind of, she's got long strides that can get down the floor, and she can play a very, kind of a similar style to Greta Govan as getting down the floor with those long strides. It's just all about finishing in close, and you can tell right now there's kind of an overthinking process a little bit. You're kind of getting there, and instead of kind of doing what you want, which is kind of same stride length all the way down the floor, and then you just lay it up. There's kind of, when you watch Coke, it's kind of one step, two step, and then just kind of short stepping it towards and lays it up. And it's kind of one of those things where you're kind of almost thinking like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, and you end up doing it anyway. So you just want Katie to get a little bit more confident getting down the floor there. Maddie Freeze, 10 points for her. Typical Maddie Freeze type of performance where, she shoots it well from the outside, and, in the third quarter, she only had 3 points, wasn't that big on offense, and then just kind of shows up with a couple big three-pointers and helps put things away. Katie Burchell was Katie Burchell, 24 points for her. And just, again, this is the type of game where you win 61-43, and when you're not playing your A game and you can still win games by 17 points, you're doing fine. But, again, a lot of teachable moments in this one. Careless with the passes at time, maybe overcomplicated things a little bit, but at the end of the day, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and you're not going to get, I would say, very many benefits of the doubt. And I think this is what Valley City has to grow accustomed to here a little bit, is that the idea of you being the underdog is no longer there anymore. You are the team that everyone wants to see lose. So that's kind of going to be how you're going to have to deal with it. And because when you have a long road trip like this, you are going to be on the short end of some sticks here over the next few games, and that's just how it's going to be. You're at Devils Lake twice. You're at Wahpeton. You're at Kindred. You're at EKM. You're at Lisbon. You're at Central Cass. You're at Lemoore. If you get through this road trip, because how long is this road trip right now? Count them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you get through this road trip 6-2, 7-1, or maybe you get through it undefeated. If you get through this with a really good record, I'm not really going to be too concerned about what the media poll says that Valley City is, if they have maybe a couple extra losses on their resume compared to everybody else. But you want to see them over the next few games really kind of almost maybe don the black hat is not the right word, but get used to being the team everyone wants to see lose. If you can get used to being that team, it kind of helps you with that mindset. Because when I think Valley City really understood the fact that everybody wanted to see them lose, it was against Thompson in that state championship game, and that was the best game they played all year. So sometimes when you play with that little bit of chip on your shoulder, it can help. And I think Valley City going against Thompson, they're going to be up for that game. I think against a team like Oak Grove, even though it's a region game, definitely could tell that this one kind of was a game that Oak Grove was up for more than Valley City was. Valley City at times this year really has kind of gotten the lead and kind of thought the other team was just going to go away, and they haven't. So it's kind of about if Valley City can really just put together two dominant quarters of basketball back-to-back, they're going to be a hard team to stay with. And that's kind of been the deal, is that they've never really put together two dominant quarters of basketball. They put together kind of one dominant quarter in the first, and then the second quarter is kind of, hit or miss. Third quarter, they come out angry, they build the lead, and then in the fourth quarter, they either just run the clock out or they're up by so much that the junior varsity players or the reserves get to come in. So it's kind of one of those where they haven't played really a four-quarter game yet. And against Thompson, you expect them to have to play that kind of four-quarter effort. So should be a great couple of days over in Devils Lake. Got a great one for Thompson, but for Valley City, again, you get 61 points. You win by a pretty solid margin in 18 points. But definitely some things to build upon. But definitely going to be interested to see how fresh Valley City looks coming out. Fortunately for them, I believe they do have the late game over in Devils Lake. I think it's a 7:30 game, so fortunately for them, they do have a little bit of time to rest before they go take on the Thompson Tommies. We'll take a quick look here at our scoreboard and see if we got anything rolling in right now. Let's see. On the girls' side, Kindred beats Wahpeton 70-69. Central Cass in overtime beats Lisbon 77-72, and I believe this is on the boys' scoreboard, so excuse me for that. So on the boys' scoreboard, Kindred beats Wahpeton by 9. Central Cass outlasts Lisbon in overtime by 5. Shiloh takes care of business against Newtown. Beulah run away against Killdeer. Devils Lake beats Daylac Burlington 55-41. Let's see, going through any other notable ones. Rugby, low-scoring game against Thompson, 41-37. That's about all the games of interest over on the 1A side of things. Now getting down to some of the other scores. South Prairie Max, big performance against Turtle Mountain, 76-45. Valley City wins 61-43 over Oak Grove. Hazen 57-51 over Dickinson Trinity, and Kindred outlast Wapton 68-61. Central Cass 41-point win over Lisbon. Mayport jumps up just short against Grafton 61-58. Shiloh wins 45-40 over Daylax Burlington. And taking a look at some of the Class B scores, Lemoore beats EKM 59-45, and Maple River wins a 50-42 game over Wyndmere Lidgerwood. So those are our scores for today. Valley City splits the doubleheader with Oak Grove. The girls have a game against the Thompson Tommies tomorrow, a rematch of the Class A state championship from last year. So that should be a well-attended game in Devil's Lake, just so as long as the weather holds out. Again, that's going to be at a scheduled tip-off time for the Valley City girls. Oh, excuse me, no, they moved that one up on me. I apologize about that, folks. That's going to be a 3:30 p.m. tip. So that will be pulling away here a little bit early then to be able to get to that one. So we'll have ourselves an early game, 3:30. So, again, be interested to see how fresh Valley City looks against the Thompson Tommies tomorrow, playing at such an early time. So thank you all for tuning in today. We'll have our post-game recap article up at 7 a.m. sharp tomorrow. So thank you all for listening on KOVC Live. For those of you listening on KOVC, coming up, we have some Brad Paisley.